of doing the first episode, so we can mess up a little bit.
Took your virginity for your podcast?
Hey, yo. But
what you mean? It's the truth.
Alright, anyways. We've been friends for... I'm 26 now, you have a late birthday.
25.
We've been friends since freshman year of high school, so...
The math.
I'm bad at math, so I can't. But
how old are you when you were a freshman?
14.
So what's 26 minus 14?
I don't know.
12.
12. So we've been friends for... we've been friends for 12 years. Yeah. I know I'm part of your childhood at some point, but let's start off with that. I know a bit of what your upbringing was. You know, I know your parents, obviously, your brother. But what was it like growing up in Queens, Flushing? You know, having Salvadorian parents, you're Salvadorian, Salvadorian family. So obviously there's things that are very different for us and family and everything. But what was it like for you growing up in Queens, Flushing?
I mean, growing up in Flushing, Queens, like, it's so diverse. You see all types of people. You know, you see Indians, Chinese, you see white people, Spanish people. Growing up at first, seeing, like, once you get conscious of life and seeing how it is, walking around, hearing all these different languages, it's like very different, you know? And speaking Spanish and English, bro, I don't know, you just see so much at a young age, and it's just like, I got adapted to it when I went to elementary school, same thing, middle school, same thing, and I learned culture I had friends from every type of culture, you know?
Yeah.
And I tried all the types of food in school back then, so it was crazy.
In school? Like your friends would bring food?
Bro, I remember I had a group of friends it's elementary school. We're gonna talk about elementary school real quick with my cousins. I had cousins I used to go to school with. Shout out to my cousin Mikey, my boy Ray. I went to school with, who else went to school? Maria, Diana, all my cousins. We used to go chill in PS24, whoever had lunch period, same time. We'd all hang out. We had our own friends. I used to have friends of mine. I remember the first time I tried curry. I was starving. I didn't like the lunch food. I had a friend that was from Pakistan. He was mad calm and quiet. He just pulls a big jar, like, I don't know, just starts rotating it. And I see rice. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Can I get some of your rice? He goes, not rice. I was like, what is it? Curry with rice. I said, what's curry? And he goes, it's like a flavor. I'm like, let me try some. I mean, no disrespect to them. You know what I'm saying? This is your type of food, just like me.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Oh, okay.
So I took a scoop of the curry, had this weird taste, and I looked at the guy, and I'm like, I'm mad young. I remember just asking him, like, I don't remember too much, but I just remember looking at him and asking him, like, this is what you eat? And then he just like, yeah. And that's all he said. And I was like, yo, thanks, though.
So, let me ask you something. What would you... I haven't had much of your mom's food, just pupusas, when you've invited me, but what was the family's cooking like? Like, what would you eat, like, generally growing up?
It all depended. You know what I'm saying? Depended, because sometimes my parents would cook, sometimes they wouldn't. You know, my mom would cook. My mom would cook like Salvadorian stuff, She didn't start doing pupusas until I was in high school.
Okay.
But before then, she just make regular, like, steak with rice. I get roasted for this a lot when I tell people. I see sardines with rice. Everybody looks at me crazy for eating sardines. It's like, bro, like,
I've never had that. Sardines
in a can, just open and pop and put them right rice. I mean, that's what we had at the moment. So, you know, with some lemon, you know, just some simple stuff, bro. I mean, the main platter that I used to know, she used to make good soups and stuff like that. And then my dad used to cook a lot too. You know, my dad, when he was in the crib, he would make tacos. He used to make good Mexican tacos. And he would know how to make, like, chef up random stuff. I don't know. Salvadorian food is just, like, typical, just steak, fish, simple stuff.
So, you clearly you have a store now, which we're a part of, David here. But, how early on did you get into, like, maybe some sort of reselling or something? Maybe they started off with, like, I know you're into Pokemon. I don't know if like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do you think, like, you started having, like, because I feel like you enjoy things like that. Like, you're always, like, remembering, like, a collection or, like, collecting things or, like, so where did it start? Did it start with Pokemon cards or?
Nah, I mean, you were my boy freshman year. I remember when we were talking about like Jordans and stuff like that. I didn't know much about Jordans.
Yeah, I remember.
You would be like,
you would ask me like brands and stuff.
I would ask you about the Jordans too, like, yo, what number are these? What number are that? And you'd be like, oh, those are the 1s and 2s. And you were like, oh, I resold in middle school. I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
But back in freshman year when we were like in high school, I didn't own no pairs of Air Jordans. I know my first pair ever, but I didn't own any pair to that day. And then, I don't know, I just started one day my freshman year. I remember I went home on the iPad. I just started scrolling through Flight Club and just like saving all the kicks that I like. And ones was, matter of fact, I'm wearing ones right now. But ones were always like my favorite pair of like Jordans, like always. So I remember just saving them, and that's how I started like liking sneakers. But didn't start to resell yet because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And then little by little, I started like just getting info. Then I have a cousin of mine, which everybody knows, named Moy.
Yeah.
And he was always into reselling.
He was already into it.
He was already into it since middle school. I used to sleep over his crib.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I used to sleep over his crib and I didn't understand. He would always try to hack.
But he was reselling sneakers, right?
Yeah.
Or just anything?
No, anything. And also sneakers was his thing. Like I would go to his house. I remember that was 2012, 13. It was like around the time when like Cool Grays came out, the Legend Blue 11s, the Infrared 6s, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that he had. And I was like, damn, I don't know what those are. I don't really care. And high school came and I was like, nah, I need those now. You know?
You need the new drops.
I needed all the like when we were freshmen during that time, it was just like the transitioning. Jordan was lit still, Air Jordans were the thing, but like new sneakers were coming up, Asics.
Yeah.
Adidas had a crazy spike.
Yeah.
So you know we just.
So what was like that? What was that like? I remember you started reselling a lot of Yeezys. I wasn't keeping up much. I just knew because of friends were in high school. Now everybody starts wearing this brand Off-White and Yeezys, and then those jeans that had like the they were like biker themed. Yeah, that was like the style. What
H&M and Zara.
Were you already? I don't remember it clearly, but you were already
into that
reselling heavy there already, or did that help you, or like?
I mean, I started reselling during that time with Adidas when I started reselling heavy. Like I started getting into it. I got my like. Bro, I started with $200. Like I tell this to everybody, like that ass was $200 that I had from my Christmas money. And then I remember I would go to the outlet. Once I got to the outlet, my first big flip that I did was like some shoes called the Saturn ones. I cut school. I think I told one of you guys cut school. We went over to listen. So I cut school, took an Uber. Joel came with me. Took an Uber with me, Joel, and Moy. We got some pair of Saturn ones. That was when I really sat down. I'm gonna go fully hard into reselling.
When you made that flip?
Because bro, it was 2016 when these came out. It was the first day of Michael Jordan's birthday. People didn't even know what the price of the shoe was. Like we would go inside, everybody's going crazy about the bread ones, and people didn't even know the Saturn ones had numbers on it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I walked in there. I remember the line was enormous. We got there, it was late.
For the outlet?
For the Saturn ones.
Oh, okay. For the drop of the Saturn ones.
Yes.
Okay.
We took an Uber from Main Street because we took a bus. Main Street, we took Uber straight to the city because we were late. Me, Joel, and Moy. I'll never forget this. We was on the line. The line is a block long, bro. It's on like Houston Street by the old store, which is crazy too how life is. The line is a block long, and then Joel makes a line. I'm looking at him like, I'm not making no line. Because I'm like, hold on, let me check out this line real quick. I looked in the beginning of the line, the same people were getting loopy. That's loop was back then. It was the name of the word when you would get like, who do you finesse lines and stuff like that? The same reseller groups had every single.
They would always.
That was every single job was
like
that line.
Like the Nike outlet with the
with the Chinese people, you know, playing Asian people. They would always be ahead. I mean, it's part of the game.
Yeah, of course.
The same resellers were in the front, and they just kept going, getting it out, cover right back in, getting out, and everybody was not saying anything. We were just staying quiet. So then I knew one guy, and from one dude I said, "Yo, what up, bro?" And I stayed right behind him. And then Moy texted me, "Yo, you good?" "Yeah, I cut the line." He goes, "All right, I'm coming." And then I told him, "Well, you just pull up." Then I told Joel, "Yo, can Joel come?" He goes, "Nah." He goes, "I'm just staying in the line. I think I'll get some pairs." I said, "All right, cool, whatever." Me and Moy walk in the store. I remember we get in Saturn ones. We get in like the last, no cap, the last 4 or 5 ones. I remember the chick. She was like, "Yo," she was like, "Aren't you supposed to be in school?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, "I'm in college." And then I got a size 11.5 or 11, I remember, something like that. And then I got bread ones as well. Moy got a 13 and a 12. So then we bought it. And then I told the chick, I was like, finessing with this. I was like, "Yo, what's the word? Like, if I get another pair, Saturn ones, like, do me a favor. I'll send you some bread." Because back then, the only way to send money was PayPal. And I think Cash App existed.
I remember Cash App was getting a little hot.
Quick Pay was the first word
when they had Like you refer somebody, you
$5.
get like $5.
Everybody was, no, $10.
$10. Yeah. Everybody
But,
was doing that.
That was crazy. But long story short, she didn't even want the bread. She's not, I got you. You know what? You're mad polite. I'm gonna give you another pair of side at once. Bro, I had no more bread. So I told Moy, I said, yo, bro, they're giving me a pair. No, not even spot me. I said, yo, just buy it. We'll flip. He was like, I remember he was just panicking. He was like, what do you mean? And he was just like tweaked. I guess this guy was overthinking something. I'm just like, yo,
this never happened. Maybe.
Yeah, let's flip this. This is like, you know, nobody knows the price. He was scared because what he says is he was scared because he didn't know the price of the shoe.
How much it would resell for, you're saying?
No, he just thought it was a brick. Back then, we used to be scared of bricks. Something that you hold down, something that doesn't move.
Exactly. For people that don't know, something that you buy and takes long to move or just doesn't end up moving. You
hate bricks. So he was scared. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We can curse in the podcast?
Yeah,
whatever. We didn't buy it, so we went outside. Then there was this one dude. He was buying everybody's Saturn ones, and people were
saying, like after they bought it, when they come out.
He was outside just cashing people out. 300, 400.
And you guys sold one to him?
No. So then I looked at more. I was like, yo, if this guy's buying them for 400, I was like, I can't believe we just let go of a pair that we just said no.
It's gonna go definitely for more.
I just said, yo, we could just make $150 real quick.
Yeah, real quick, yeah.
But he was like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
So then I remember he bought it.
No, we didn't buy it. Remember, we left the store. Once you leave the store, you can't go back in.
So he didn't end up buying it?
So I got my pair, my bread ones, my Saturn ones. He got his Saturn ones, his bread ones. We walk outside.
Did Joel end up getting a pair?
Joel's still on the line.
Oh my God.
By the time Joel gets inside the store, they got Saturn ones sold out. That was the last one that...
You were like the last ones?
Okay. The last ones for our Saturn ones. Bread ones they still had. Joel, if I don't recall, got just in time, but he didn't even get his size. I think he got like another size and he was tight because he waited like an hour and something. We waited for him. 20 minutes passed. We find out Saturn ones go for $2,000.
Oh my God. What do they go for now?
Bro, market is... I just took a big loss. Like, for all the sneakerheads, man, I feel bad for you guys. I'm one of them. I just took a humongous loss.
Nah, it's been horrible. Yeah.
But you don't understand. Like, well, that's a different conversation. But let me just finish this.
Yeah.
I take my Saturns to Flight Club. I think I was 15 or 16 years old.
Wait, how long did you wait? Or you took it like the same week?
I took it the same day.
Oh, the same day? Oh, right after you bought it?
We just walked right to the border and we just dumped it.
Okay. Wait, so you saw that it was 1,000?
We saw it was 2,000 on Twitter. People were paying.
Okay, so you went to...
Yeah, because the first pair sold immediately on Stadium Goods and it got posted on Twitter like, oh, Saturn 1, so I'm going for 2 bands. So I went to Flight Club, dumped it, $1,750. I'm gonna find it and show it to the...
I'll put it on the...
after, yeah. And it sold. We sold it for like $1,750, size 11 or 1,600, something like that.
So this is when you were like...
Yo, bro.
This is like you were like, shit, like...
150 to 1,400.
Nah, that's a crazy flip.
I got the email the next day in class. I remember I was in English class sitting down.
Say that it sold?
A bunch of dweebs and I'm sitting down mad.
Oh, so sorry. You listed it. You didn't quick sell it.
No, so Flick Club doesn't buy it. They can sign it. So you just drop it off and they put it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I dropped it off. Next day I go to school. I'm in English class. I remember this English class clearly because I took a Snapchat. I also got that video. I was hyped. I flexed on, some shorty was in the class. I was like, yo, look what I just sold right now. I was like, look what I just sold. And then she was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting money. 1,400 payout, bro. That's
crazy. That's a crazy flip.
Bro, there's people that make 500 a week. I just made 1,200 over in one day. So I was like, and that was just one pair of sneakers. So that really motivated me. That was like,
that really opened up.
That opened my mind up. But I was like, nah, this is bizarre. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that not all the flips are going to be outrageous like that, but it was at least something to start with.
Yeah, that gave you like a little push for sure. Like some.
Yeah, so
what was it like after that? You said you were 16?
That was junior year. Or senior year. I remember, no.
Okay.
Senior.
So senior year.
That's the beginning of
senior year, going into college, what was that like? Were you thinking, I want to just do reselling? Do I want to study? I know we played soccer.
Yeah, so.
Did you want to pursue soccer? What did this affect your decision in terms of choosing a college or even thinking about going to college? Like this reselling, did it like affect you in some way?
No, I mean, senior year, we were playing a lot of soccer. Remember, I went to Italy. So I went to Spain prior to going to Italy. When I went to Spain and I was also in Netherlands and England, I also saw the culture and I was already reselling there in that time. But then when, after knowing and trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I never looked at reselling as something I wanted to do after school or anything like that, but I looked at it was just like, let me make some bread and I can figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
Cause even college, like I wanted to just play soccer, honestly. And
So when you were reselling, leaving school, you never thought, I want to open a store?
No,
you were just thinking, let me just resell and still figure out. You didn't think long term. You were just thinking, I can use this to make money.
I was looking at every day as a flip. That's exactly how I was thinking about it. Every day was a flip for me. You know,
every day is you got to make one flip.
I got to make something. You know, after school, I was taking the train. In senior year, especially after school, I would go to the city and just go to different stores, say what up. I was cool with a lot of people in Soho already, and then I was just like trying to figure stuff out, trying to just make some bread. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I had my other hobbies too, playing soccer, getting paid for some soccer games, and just flipping anything I can flip, bro. And then little by little, like I said, like when I went to Italy, the first time I went to Italy, this is when I realized. When I tore my meniscus, when I was in Italy, I was like, oh yeah, it's good for me. But before tearing my meniscus, the Italy trip, they paid everything for it. It was lit.
Mm-hmm.
So the coaches thought I had no bread. I didn't have bread. I barely had fish. This is a funny story. We get to Florence first before we had to get to where did we play at?
So this is senior year?
This is senior year.
I remember. I remember you going to Italy, but
I went to senior.
Okay, so this is senior. Okay,
March
so you
2020.
Okay. Just so they know like a timeline.
Yeah, pardon me. Yeah. We were just talking about senior year, and then he was telling me about like, you know, my future and stuff like that. What I was thinking, I was never thinking about my future in high school, you know, whatever. But senior year, during senior year, towards the end, I went to Italy for a soccer trip. I missed like 2 weeks of school, and then I went to Florence first. Like I said, the coaches and the team, because the guys that were paying, you know, for the certain players. It's like because you had no bread or you were really good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I got to Italy, I remember in Florence, this is the time when Adidas was lit. I get to a store in Florence and I see NMDs. Anybody that does not know what NMDs are were some fire sneakers during the time. I see the NMDs on sale, 90 euros.
I remember you told me. Yeah.
I have a picture too. I got to show that. I remember I got my teammates. I was cool with all the team. All my teammates I was mad cool with. I grabbed some of my teammates. I said, yo, bro, we're going to walk in that store in the next hour when we have the lunch break. We're going to come back and we're going to clean them out. And I got to give you guys all the bags because the coach cannot know that I bought these sneakers.
That you bought it, yeah.
They're like, why? They're like, yo, you can flip these? I'm like, bro, just stop asking questions. I'm going to throw you something. 10 euros.
10 euros.
And then we went to go eat lunch. I forgot who came with me, but it was 3 of my boys that came with me to that store again. I went to the chick. I was like, yo, can I buy these NMDs? I was like, how many sizes do you have? What do you have? Bro, I cleaned her out. It was like 14, 15 pairs of NMDs I bought for 90 euros. My teammates came with me. We walk out the store. Ironically, one of the coaches, my boy Peter, Peter sees all the bags and he goes, wait, who just bought all this? One of the kids opens his mouth and goes, oh, Gabe made us buy these. Peter goes, what? Bring him to the side. Yo, why are you buying all these sneakers? Oh, I'm going to resell them. I'm going to flip them, but, it's not my money. It's my mom's money. I thought your mom had no money to give you whatever. I was like, nah, she don't, but I swiped the credit card. Long story short, I had those NMDs. They were flipping on Flight Club for 400, so I had to put them all in my luggage. And it was just the first day of Italy. It's crazy. Yeah. I started another week and a half. Now let's go fast forward a few more days later. Played soccer. Had the bad accident tearing my meniscus. I didn't even know I tore my meniscus, but my knee just swelled up crazy. And I couldn't walk. Went back home sad and happy. Sad because, you know, I was cooked. You guys saw my knee when I came back to the States.
Yeah.
And then my luggage was full of NMDs. I had to fold all the boxes, put them in one side, and then put all the shoes and all the luggages. Came back to New York, dropped them all off in Flight Club, flipped 15 pairs of sneakers to like, I made $200-300 off each. So do the math.
Each pair.
Damn,
they were going
crazy for $375 for $400.
But they weren't flipping more than Ultra Boosts. Right?
No, I mean, the color that I got.
What colorway?
It was the black one with the red and the blue. It was
like the
Nintendo color. Yeah,
yes, I remember.
And then, you know, like, that was a quick, crazy flip. And then I had fun, played soccer experience, made some money. But then I had my injury. I got the MRI done when they told me it was a torn meniscus. You know, I was like, damn, but I kept playing.
Yes, I remember.
I kept playing.
So, I remember that. I would tell you, yo, go, I think it took you a while to get an MRI. Bro, I think I was bugging you to go to therapy and to stop playing.
Nah, not even therapy. It was in Italy. They had offered already to do surgery because I was in a lot of pain.
Oh, to do it right there?
Over there because, I went to the first doctor. This is a quick story. I went to the first doctor. He moved around my knee. I don't know. He was not speaking English. He was speaking to the coach Italian.
Okay.
And he was just nodding his head. And I was like, this is not good news. And he just telling me that, yeah, it's bad. And then Peter comes and he goes, yo, thank goodness it's not any ligament, but the doctor says that you might have tore your meniscus because by the way that he's trying to move your knee around, and there's certain spots that it's too much pain is because you tore the meniscus, which we don't know yet. You have to get an MRI.
Yeah.
We can stay here, or you can go back and figure stuff out, or we can maybe see if you get like something done to your knee. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait to go back home. Went back home, like I said. I came back to Franny, remember with crutches?
Yeah,
I was getting roasted. Then I was like, yeah, it's clip, bro. I'm taking these crutches off. And then I had the big knee brace, took the knee brace off. And then my mom had scheduled me an MRI in like May. But like, I love my mom and everything, but she wasn't like someone that just pushed me. She was just like, all right, your schedule's there. So I was just like, okay, I missed it. And then I just kept playing soccer. I didn't play for like a month. Then I just couldn't I couldn't resist, because during that time, bro, we was playing everywhere. We was playing with mad teams, we were having fun.
Yeah.
And I finished the season with whoever, I don't remember who I was playing with, but I remember finishing the season playing the Flesh and Meadows for Brad. And
so what do you think, like I remember you just wanted to keep playing. I remember I would bug you and be like, yo,
yeah, go to
stop playing
and then go get your
take some time with there because you're going to prolong this and I didn't know much about the body at that time or like injuries, but I just knew you had to go to therapy because playing and just sitting around and just going about your life is not going to fix your knee. So what was driving you? Was it just because, it's senior year and like, was that mainly driving you to just take off the brace and just play, or was it?
I think it was more like,
I feel like you as a person, feel like you can't sit still either. So I don't know if that's part of it. Like you always want to be, I remember bro, I would make plans with this kid. This kid would have like 50 other plans in one day. I would expect to actually make and chill with 50 other people or do whatever he wanted to do. But what do you think it was?
I don't know. I think it was like just the fact that one, I was really, really like, I didn't take care of myself and I never ever like thought anything through. I would just do stuff like a same motive of flipping. My motive of living was just like, do it.
Yeah.
do it. And say yes to anything. Cause yes, it's true. My friends
you want to do everything. You want to hang out.
People hit me up to chill every day, just do stuff. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm with it. And then the thing is about me is just like, I never managed like to figure out what is what. Like I would just say yes to everything. Like for example, even now, somebody would be like, yo, let's go chill next Tuesday. And then what's today? Today's what? Today's Tuesday.
Yes.
So I'll be like, let's say that we have plans to play soccer next Tuesday at 6 p.m. And then somebody else will hit me up tomorrow, be like, yo, let's shoot something at 9 p.m. I'll be like, yes, no problem. And then I'll get invited to dinner on the weekend for Tuesday as well. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. And then the day before Tuesday, I'll be like, someone will be like, yo, can you help me out with something? I'll be like, yeah, I got you. Then when Tuesday comes, I realize I'm like, holy crap, everybody follows up. And I'm like, I said yes to all of them. So this happens, like even today, like I was doing something today, and then Julian texted me. I'm like, yes, I'm busy, but I'm gonna get there. I got there, bro. Getting here was a mess. But that's a different story. Like I said, so when I was younger, same thing. I was just saying yes to everything. My knee, I looked at it as like I was more scared because I spent a day. I remember I spent a day, like an entire day, just looking at MRI surgery. I mean MRI surgery,
like looking up
meniscus surgeries and stuff like that, and realizing that like. First people scared me because, when you get surgery for your meniscus or your ligaments, if the surgery goes wrong, you can walk funny, you can be hurt more. Yeah. There's a lot of fear towards that. So I was just like, and then I kept, we had a coach, Victor.
Yes.
Victor was also someone that was like, don't play with that, it gets serious. But I didn't listen to him. I didn't listen to nobody. I didn't even care. And then I remember. I was like, yo, I think I'm fine. I think I can play. Cause my knee was, that was the reason why everybody would tell me to go check it out.
Yeah, cause your knee was fat.
I would play like a game.
And
it would just swell up like a balloon.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I had mad liquid and stuff like that. And then finally, even had a.
So I know it probably still bothers you.
No, it doesn't bother me. I'm good now.
You're good now.
It's just I didn't recover well. After I got surgery, same thing. I was told not to play for like 7 months. I got surgery a few months later, that summer. That summer I got surgery. And then it was before college, which was terrible. And then after surgery, I was told not to play for 6-7 months, do therapy, physical therapy for 6-7 months or 8 months minimum.
Yeah.
I did physical therapy for like 3 months. And I started playing 4 months after, and then I tore my quadricep when I went back to Italy. And yeah,
that's the thing. It's like, if you don't take care of one thing, like your body overcompensates and then it leads to something else being weak or being overused, and it's just
the reason why, like I was looking today, Davies, Alfonso Davies from Bayern Munich.
Oh yeah, I saw his knee. You saw the picture of his knee.
Yeah,
It looks so weird.
After surgery and after resting and stuff like that, you lose all the muscle. Because after surgery, I spent 1 month. I stayed at my mom's house for 1 week. Then I went back home for 3 weeks. That 1 week I was at my mom's crib. They had to my mom. They gave her pills, like the pills. I don't know what. There were strong pills out there. My mom didn't let me take. I had to stick with the pain. She's like, I'm not giving you no drugs. I stayed in bed for 1 week. Imagine just staying in bed. All you did was use the bathroom. That leg did no movement, nothing. Yeah. Everything there is shrink. It's gonna shrink, literally. Like you're not doing any movement.
I remember when I had my surgery and I had the cast on for like a month, I think. Well, I don't know how long it was. And when they took it out, bro, I had like a chicken leg. It was literally like a chicken leg. Like I had no, it was just like a bone.
There's no mobility to that part of your body. Is gonna.
So, when was a turning point when you realize, because obviously you've done it for a living now for quite some time now, reselling clothes, reselling shoes not as much obviously because it's
done.
You've gotten more into fashion and clothing, but when was a turning point, or was there a certain moment? I know you moved out to Miami as well for like a year or two, but when was a moment where you realized like I can just do this like all the time, like I can make a living off this. Like I can buy a house one day. I can buy a car off this. I can, you know what I'm saying? It's sustainable.
Yeah.
Like when was there a certain point where you realize? Was it a certain amount of money you have made? Was it somebody you have sold to? You've obviously sold to celebrities, artists, very well known people. So what was it? What was the turning point, or when was it?
I mean, even in college, when I went to college, I was trying to become an accountant.
I remember.
And then I took my courses and stuff like that. So then I was always reselling. When I went back to school, when we went back to play, because the first time I
play for QCC.
Okay. The first time I went to QCC, that's when I got hurt with the crutches.
Yes.
I just got surgery.
Yeah, I remember.
I dropped out after that semester. I barely went to any classes because moving around campus with crutches is insane.
Yeah.
And then it was embarrassing. Every class I was walking in 10, 15 minutes late.
Isn't it it's kind of fucked up that you think it's embarrassing, right? Like now that we're older, but it's not. You're just somebody that's hurt,
bro. There's some, you know what I'm saying?
Like you see somebody in a wheelchair, you think they're thinking, oh, it's.
Nah, I'm not looking at it that
You understand
way.
what I'm trying to say? Like
wheelchair and crutches, different stories. Like the thing, no lie.
But it shouldn't be. You shouldn't. I'm saying as people, we shouldn't feel like.
I'm just saying the reason why I feel embarrassed. I mean, everybody has their own like decency. Some people take crutches and try to get pity off it. I don't like pity. So it's like, I don't like just getting attention like that. If I'm gonna get attention,
I understand what you're saying.
Because imagine, like, bro, trust me. When you're in class, you're telling me if someone walks in with crutches, some tall ass dude, because I'm tall. I'm not short, I'm tall ass dude.
Everybody's gonna look at you.
Everybody's looking at me. Yeah. And then during that time, every people I didn't even know were like compliment. During that time, I was a sneakerhead, so I was wearing Pirate Blacks. You're wearing Pirate Blacks, and anywhere you're going to, people are looking at your sneakers like, damn, those are $2,000. What the hell?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, like, I was already grabbing attention. I'm walking around with Pirate Blacks, heel dragging them everywhere, not caring with crutches. So I was like, it's something funny.
So sorry, you were getting to when was that turning point?
But my turn point was same thing in college. My second time going back to school, one of the courses for accounting was one of the assignments for one of the accounting classes where the professor told us we had a budget. The budget from the money that we were gonna get, like a fake budget. Everything was just like an imaginary thing, but to create an Excel sheet and to show like the return of investment, like the ROI. And then for the people that don't know, it's ROI, return on investment. I explained to him, I'm like, hey, look, I sell sneakers. Can I just do like the same thing? I resell sneakers. He goes, yeah, that's fine, as long as you use the budget I give you and you show like how you make your profits, your volume, blah, blah, blah. Next day, based on what I had, I literally just multiplied this. I used to have my own Excel sheets. I would do those on myself. I 10x'd it. So like 10x, like whatever my sales was, whatever, just to show him the assignment quick. I didn't really want to spend too much time on it. Next day, whatever. The assignment, I didn't see the dude until next week. Gave him the assignments online. Next week after I saw him, he asked me to stay after class. And I was like, what the heck? He's probably gonna like tell me that I did a bad job. Doing
something wrong, yeah.
And then he was like, dude, you said he sells sneakers, right? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, this is what you make? I was like, no, that's not what I make. You told me to use a budget. But yeah, based on like profits, that's what I'm actually making. He goes, that's what I meant. Like those are the profits you're making. I'm like, yeah. He goes, you know how much money you're making if you do like by volume. I was like, yeah, but I don't have the money. You know what I'm saying?
As much capital.
Because at that time, I'm not, reselling was like the top, top. Like I was flipping Yeezys, $240 sneakers at $800 in my return on investment. It was selling literally a week. You're making $560, but you're not making that every week. You're making that every drop.
Yeah.
But if you invest more money, you can buy more different. You can buy Yeezys for resale, and I had the right places to sell it for more.
And you could get rid of it quick.
Exactly.
It would be more volume instead of...
A lot of people that time didn't really know about Stadium Goods and Flight Club. And GOAT just came out. So people didn't even know how to use GOAT. People didn't understand how GOAT was.
Still trying to figure it out. Was StockX out?
StockX was out, but GOAT was like more like better because StockX at that time, it was like anybody can sell on StockX. So it's like, it was hard. You were competing with a lot of people. GOAT was like more, you had to take pictures of the sneaker. You had to submit it.
The authentication process.
Exactly. Application process. So I was using GOAT and I was, I was beating everybody with like what I was selling. And I was making quick sales.
Because you were a big seller on there.
Yeah, I was a big seller. And then the guy just told me like, yo, like, if you do this with more money, try to get a loan or something, you can make some,
good money.
Make some good money. Cause he's just like, if you want, and he just explained to me, if you want, if you ever need help for certain stuff, I can figure it out. I was like, no,
I thought he was going to offer you money or something.
No, he didn't offer me no bread. He just said like, if you want, I can help you with understanding more.
Yeah.
Because like, I didn't understand that. I understood how to flip bread and how to like,
you understood the sneaker game already.
Like, not even the sneaker game, just money wise, like how I made money. Like I know that if I had $1,000, for example, I used to go to certain spots like the outlets or like new stores. Example, if I had $1,000 in my account.
You said you would know what spots to hit already and see what flips are worth it or something.
Exactly. Like my mindset during that time was just like some sneakers I'll make 20%. That's how like percentage wise. If I made 20% on a sneaker, that's good. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't look at it as like he was looking at it. He was like, okay, if that sneaker makes it 20%, I would walk in the store and there'll be 100 pairs, right? I would only be able to afford to buy 4 pairs. You know what I'm saying? And then those 100 would sell by the day. Like the end of the day, there's no more. But if I had more bread, I could have bought 50 pairs of those. And off the 4 pairs that I made 400 off of, 300 off of, I could have made the same amount, on the 50 pairs, I would have made way more with more money.
Of course, yeah.
But I wasn't really thinking like that because I was so stuck to just thinking about, this is all I have. It's all the money I have. But I didn't know about business loans and all that stuff, which I never even got regardless. But still, just knowing that, opened my mind. I try to I literally remember went back home. I liquidated all my sneakers, all my clothes, whatever money I got, and then I started flipping it. Like I started flipping hard on sneakers and I dropped out
at a bigger rate.
At a bigger rate. Like I was going all, I'm going all in on sneakers. So I was like every single week I was dropping off at least 50 to 80 pairs of Flight Club and Stadium Goods, and I was listing 100 pairs every 2 weeks on GOAT.
You were going hard, yeah.
So that's when that turned me on to I can make this sort of serious dough.
You can really just seeing that, yeah.
And I was just doing stuff, and then even being in the city, I met one of the owners of Origins. At that time, I didn't exist. My boy Cherish.
Yeah.
I met them. I got stopped by a dude. So during that time, when I was turning myself on, I was sticking to sneakers. Some dude chases me because I'm walking around with 20 pairs of Yeezys. I'm looking at this dude what the hell is he chasing me? And he goes, yo, bro. And I'm like, what up? He's like, you're selling? I'm like, yeah. But and he's like, how much you want? I was like, no. I listened to.
You were planning on listening
to Flight Club.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, where you going? I was like, Flight Club. I'm gonna sell these on Flight Club. He goes, no, I'll cash you out. Bro, he lowballed me. I looked at him with a face bro, come on. I walked away. He goes, no, but come check out my spot. I went inside.
They had just opened
Sneaker Fleet on Broadway. Yeah, that was before Origins. They had Sneaker Fleet.
Oh, I remember you took me there. I remember, and he had the little, what is it called? Clothing racks?
Yeah, clothing racks, and then they had the shoe racks.
I remember.
So it was 6 or 7 of them in there, and every single one of them had a rack.
They had their own little section. I remember.
So,
it's like a market kind of.
Exactly. And Cherish, I met Cherish, and he was the only one I just felt like he was cool.
You got a good vibe from him.
Good vibe from him.
Because I know resellers can be
I
everyone's
understand.
out there hustling. And everyone just.
It's like a
jeweler. I feel like if you're not from New York, you would take it in a really bad way. But at some point, you
gotta understand.
You understand.
That's how they make the bread. That's when they make the money.
You make your money. Yeah.
They make the bread. But so basically, I met Cherish. I saw Cherish was flipping used sneakers. But I was like, yo, I got his contact, chopped it up with them. He bought some stuff off me. Cool. I remember the Royal Ones came out, which is crazy that I'm wearing them as well. The Royal Ones came out. I dropped this guy off about 35 pairs of Royal Ones or 30 pairs. God, and I bought them for 170, right? And this was I was either in college.
That was retail, right?
Retail went up now.
It's higher now, right?
Yeah, but it was 170 after tax, so they were 150 back then.
Tax?
Yeah, so 170. I remember I bought 35 pairs of Jimmy Jazz. I dropped them all off to him. This guy dropped it off into him the release day, which was like on a Thursday or Friday. By Monday, bro had sold 30 pairs. And he had to, like, I had to go and pick up like 10 G's in cash. And I was like mad scared picking up all that bread. That was a lot of bread to me during that time.
Yeah, of course.
I grabbed it and he was like, yo, let's continue doing business. So I started flipping with him too. So I had different outlets of where
you can make money and stuff. Yeah.
And then, I built a friendship
aside
with
from Flight Club.
Aside from Flight Club, Stadium, and, Go. So then I started building more connections and having like, how do you say, like, finding those solid connections where you can trust people and like having trust in certain people, you know what I'm saying? Cause also he could have sold me.
Yeah, of course.
So I was like, it was two different ways, but I played my cards right, thank God everything worked out. And then going forward, I built a connection with them, which also helped me in the process.
Yeah. So what was that like? I know you went on to work with Origins for a bit. What was that like? I know you ended up leaving and eventually starting Players Club, but what was your short time there like?
It wasn't too short. It was the same thing in college. So before I went back for the second time, I was already working there. And like, I wanted to do something. I had a lot of time on my hands at that time. I started working when I was 18. And then Cherish and Chuck, they looked out for me. They gave me a job. It was cool. I started meeting a lot of people.
Do you feel like you learned a lot there? Because it's a whole different setting.
Yeah.
You're not on the go. Like a lot of what you did until that point, you were on the go. I know you're on your phone a lot, Foot Locker apps, Go apps, like dropping off. Like you weren't like you were going to a place now and working. Obviously, you were still reselling your stuff, but did you feel like you learned a lot there being in an actual business? Like,
yeah, one was that was my first job ever. I never had a job.
Okay.
So, like I told you guys before, like with Cherish, I met him when he was at the market. And then, fast forward a year or two later, they opened a store. I got it, I started working for that store. And then working there was just like first my first job, understanding how to greet people, how to interact with people, and not like interact with them as a friend, interact them as selling something. So it's like two different things. And like what you said, like
do you feel like you got better with your speaking skills and stuff?
I was always already good at speaking to people, and I knew how to like. I just have that selling mentality.
I know you've always had like you can negotiate.
I was selling sneakers to everybody in high school. I sold sneakers to this guy right here, sitting on the couch. I was moving sneakers to him, and I was working out payment plans for everybody. Sometimes people couldn't play, and I was like, "Yo, we'll figure it out. $5 every week."
But this is different. These are not your friends.
Now that's what I'm saying.
These are tourists. I know the area. What's the street that it was on? I forgot.
Canal Street and no, it's Canal and Broadway.
Where all the fake bags are sold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sold. Sorry, but you're getting a lot of different type of people now.
Yeah, all types of people are coming in and just getting used to like speaking to people, understanding that, for example, celebrities, a lot of celebrities came through. The first celebrity I remember seeing was Crazy Little Tecca. Nobody knew who Little Tecca was in that store. I did because he was from, Long Island. Or something like that. And he only had like 15 or 20,000 followers. Oh, this is like my first week of working at Origins.
You met him early on.
Yes, bro. I remember he came through with some like white kid that did like sneaker events. Mm-hmm. And then he came in and no one even cared that he walked in. I pulled up on him. I'm like, yo, what up, bro? Like, I fuck with your music. Like, music is cool. If you need anything, let me know. I got you. And he's like, yeah. He browsed. He bought something. Got cool with them. I didn't ask. I should have been like, yo, here's my number. But at that time, I was still learning. I was like, yo, if you ever need anything, I'm always here. Like, I work here. So I got you. Boom. And then like a few weeks later, he dropped like Ransom and like blew up crazy.
Oh, damn.
But then that was crazy. I met him. I have a picture with him. Then,
wait, is that the one that I don't know?
Yeah, that one. Something like that. So, he was the first one. And then I started meeting like different type of celebrities.
I remember you met Such once. And
so
you sold them Air Forces or something.
No. So he was so crazy about him was
he had came into that same location or was it the new location?
No, it was the old location on Broadway. They his cameraman. I had met his cameraman. I don't know where in the city. I would just walk around like on my breaks or before work or after work. I would just walk around, just meet people and be like, yo, I work in the city. Yeah. His cameraman, I met him, and he came through the next day with Sech, and Sech came to the store, and nobody knew who he was.
How popular was he there? I don't remember.
He just dropped Otro Trago, bro. He was big.
Oh, okay.
Like, he came to New York for a show that they were paying him some good chicken,
Okay.
So nobody knew who he was, and I told this cameraman, pull up. They brought him, and I talked to one of the owners of Origins. I'm like, yo, like, and the manager. I was like, yo,
take care of him.
No, I just said, yo, he's big.
Oh, okay.
He gonna shop. Let's give him a dizzy. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying? We should do some content. they didn't really understand who he was. And I was like, yo, and the ladder market is big.
Were you the only Spanish person?
Nah, there was one more, but they didn't really know.
They weren't in
listen
tune.
they wasn't in tune.
They weren't in tune as you.
I
listening to
wasn't
music.
I wasn't really in tune to like Spanish music. It was just
But I feel like even as friends, we would keep up with what was
what was lit,
what
like,
was
you know
going
what I'm
on. We'd go to some party. I mean, barely, but
when we go out to the
we
clubs,
would listen to
and we would listen to
stuff.
what was lit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
At that time, Otro Trago was
it
was lit.
It was like Bad Bunny. What was the first song he dropped? That not the first song, but that really
like
cool one?
Diles, yeah, Diles.
No,
like,
no.
what do you mean?
Do you remember? Yeah, Soy Peor.
Oh, Soy Peor,
Soy Peor, yeah.
from high school.
It's like it was playing everywhere.
That's what gets like welcomes you to that world. So yeah, I mean, he dropped that. Nobody knew who he was. Long story short, got cool with him. He bought mad drip. They took care of him as well. They posted us, and then that was my first like big celebrity that like I type helped.
You dealt with.
I
mean, basically brought him into the store.
It was me, like the camera guy. The camera guy. I didn't know he was gonna actually bring him. I didn't really believe that, but he did. And then I didn't even know until the camera guy was with him, and I was like, "Oh, shoot, what up, bro?" And then all of us were just like, "Cool," it's just something dope. And then after that, like, a lot of other rappers would come through, and just working there was just like, even Fabio. I remember Fabio dropped that first song,
Big Drip.
He came to the store. He did a whole video that went viral on World Star, and we're just in that video. And I'm just in the back. I gotta
wait, it's a music video?
No, he just did a video in the store,
like a video.
Him and Casanova just jumping with Montclair's on and just doing a dance and stuff like that. hey. And I'm just in the back in the chair just laughing. Like, bro, I can't believe you're actually doing this. And, and then that was like my final, those were like my final months working there. And then pandemic hit.
I remember. Okay, so what was that like? I know pandemic hit and you were playing FIFA.
Yeah.
And you were selling clothes out of your trunk. What?
Bro, before I sold clothes out of my trunk, it was 2020. Before pandemic, I was flipping.
What were you flipping? Like
sneakers.
What? Okay, just mainly sneakers.
I was selling clothes too. Like working at Origins, I saw what was cool. I was also
you were starting to see like what clothing sells as well, right?
I was into already mad clothes. So working at Origins, I didn't add that, but working at Origins, I learned about a lot of brands, which I knew about, but I learned more about them.
Yeah.
And I understood how like everybody has their own culture. You know what I'm saying? Because like at that time, Mike Mary jeans were like the thing. Pop Smoke was like
they were the thing. You're saying
it was. I mean, it was
before pandemic hit.
Before pandemic, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, look, pandemic.
I feel like that style was already like the biker, like that skinny fit was going on for like a while. You'd say, right?
Biker denim was Balmain, right?
Yes,
Balmain who had it from like our high school years, but we didn't even know about it because we were like $1,500 jeans.
Yeah.
A Boogie used to like mention that by Balmain.
I remember, yeah.
And then Pop Smoke came and started to mention about like Amiris and Dior and all these things, and like a lot of people before pandemic couldn't even afford that because like, bro, $1,000 jeans. Anybody has $1,000.
That's what mainly retail was, right, at the time?
Retail for MX ones were $10.90, and those are the cheapest ones.
Those are the biker looking ones?
They're the ones with the patches, leather patches on them.
The classics.
The classics. Okay. Because
the biker ones were a little cheaper, no?
The biker ones are MX2s. Those were $11.90.
Yeah, I forgot all this.
And the funniest part is, there are certain people I know that I used to buy Amiris with no patches and be like, yeah, I don't like Amiris. I'm like, bro, you're buying the jeans with no patches. Like the main point about the Mike Amiri jeans are with the patches.
The patch, yeah.
Not just the denim, but people didn't really understand that.
So,
yeah. During that time, before pandemic, I was already rocking Amiris and shit like that. I was wearing Dior, I was wearing Montclair jackets. But what I started flipping the most was Chrome Hearts. I started selling Chrome Hearts in 2019.
So how did you caught on very early? So how did you even find it? Did you like?
Nobody was
come about.
I can guarantee you, nobody was reselling Chrome Hearts. Like I even have the story with Chuck, and if you were to see this, you'll laugh. Like I remember him looking at me crazy trying to flip something
Chrome Hearts in the store
for higher than retail. But I'm like, bro, you can't even get this. So Chrome Hearts, one thing I do understand is just like Chrome Hearts been out for a while.
Yeah, it's been out for like 30 plus years, right?
Yeah, it's been out since the 90s or 80s. I don't even know. But the thing is, fashion, like drip and all this, like we call it, it's like a cycle, like sometimes like stuff comes and stuff goes.
And then it gets recycled.
20 years ago, it was a baggy look. Baggy look came back. I'm saying? Skinny look came back.
Yeah.
Certain brands had the wave, then they go away. When we were growing up, with Lil Wayne, Drake, when they were Rick Ross, they were dropping all these music videos. You can see like Lil Wayne rocking Chrome Hearts back in 2009, 2008. Other celebrities were in 2013, 2014. The horseshoe was like the iconic symbol, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I used to watch these music videos at home when I was just bored, and I would just see all these brands.
Pay attention to the
brands. I used to look at videos and look at the way they were dressed and like to see what I liked. And
Did you
then
start doing this more because some artists are coming into Origins?
Yeah, I mean, just not even that. I was also just doing this because I like listening to music, and I always liked how to
pay attention.
I just like during that time I was in that mode of my life that I wanted to dress fly.
Okay.
In my style.
Right. So you would. I guess.
Yeah. So then dressing fly, you're not gonna dress fly and listen to like singing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get fly and listen to rap, and then you listen to rap, hip hop, and then when you're listening to this, you watch videos.
More. I feel like they also do talk a lot more about fashion.
That's what I'm saying. These music videos are mentioning all these brands, stuff like that, and then it's lit when you have it now. I didn't have bread, but I had those brands in the crib. So after the shower, I'll play the music videos while I'm getting ready, looking at the video, singing it, and just wearing it, and then you just notice stuff in the video. And then I remember seeing Lil Wayne in I forgot the name of the song. Damn. I'm gonna figure it out and show you, but in that music video, I remember seeing Lil Wayne. That's the first time I've seen Chrome Hearts like clearly, because I used to see it sometimes online and certain stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I saw the horseshoe. I was like, oh shoot, I need to look into this. Searched up Chrome Hearts. I visited a store. The store was dope back in the city in downtown. I visited.
So they already had a store. Right?
They always had a store.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
They have a jewelry store and they have the clothing store.
Okay.
I went in the store. They had like 1 or 2 pieces of clothes, but it was dead in there. It was easy. You just walked in, whatever.
Now then, you gotta make it.
Bro, if you gotta, it's just annoying. Not everybody wants into that store.
Yeah.
Then I remember I bought a tee first. Cool. I bought the t-shirt.
For yourself or
for myself? Okay. No, for me to wear. It was $120. $130 or $140 was a t-shirt. I bought it, kept it. And then this was like 2019. I think the summer I had went to Hearstlife, a spot that I used to love going to in Asset. And I walked in there and they had Chrome hats. And nobody knew what they were.
What they said, the fuck ones?
Yeah, but the CH and the fuck ones, right?
So they've been had that model for like.
But they were just sitting, and then I was just like, I grabbed them. Someone there was just like, yeah, these are cool. You know what I'm saying? I put it on my head. I'm like, oh shit, it looks nice. I bought the CH and
it had the steel thing already too.
It had the silver metal. That's what That's when I grabbed and looked at the silver thing. I was like, I didn't know it was real silver. I thought it was just like a fake thing or whatever. I went back home, did my own research when I bought both of the hats, and I paid $130, bro. The retail hats were $130.
Now they're like double.
But they're like $275 now, and they resell for $500. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's how it started. I bought those hats, took it home. I liked them. I took it to work one day. One of my clients at Origins, when I say work, I was at Origins, and one of my clients was like, yo, I like that hat. Can I buy it off you? I was like, nah, it's my personal. He goes, what is that? It's Chrome Hearts. And then the dude was just like, yo, like,
is that when you realized, like, yo, I need to get, he said,
like, yo, get me it. And I was like, I got you. He's like, how much is it? I was like, I don't know. I'll let you know. And I was like, at that time,
let me think about the result.
Yeah, because I was like, I'll let you know, because it's a trip. I was like, I gotta drive to Hearstlife.
Yeah, no.
Then take it to the city.
It's crazy that you're thinking about these things already, though. I feel like
but that's the way you have to think when you're in this type of like resell lifestyle. Yeah. It's like you got to look at it the way that you put your time into it. I know I'm not building anything or I'm not creating anything, but it's just like understanding and knowing and bringing that, those pieces together.
You're basically already like doing a little personal shopping there.
I was. And then I brought it and I went back to Hearstlife, bought the whole clip. They had like probably 6 or 7, bought them, took them to Origins. And I tried to list it up for 300. Chuck told me I'm crazy. He told me to post it up to 2. He's like, at least post it up for like 2. I was like, yo, let me try it for 250. If none sell, then I'll drop it to 200. Because he was like, drop it for 200. How are you gonna resell this? Like, you don't even know if it's gonna move. And he was just being, being him, but it's fun. They all sold in the weekend for 250.
On that same weekend.
All my hats sold.
It's a fire hat.
Then everybody started buying them in the store, but the only one, not everybody, sorry. One person bought them. He knew where to get them. He had another plug. He got some. Then he started bringing them. Then it just started like that. Chrome shirts wasn't selling it. It was just the hats. So, that was when I was like, I bet, it was a nice little wave.
Was pandemic about to hit already this
Pandemic was about to hit. It's 2019. So hold on. The Vanity Fair drops, the pink Chrome.
Wait, so was Pop Smoke already? Pop Smoke never mentioned Chrome Hearts.
He didn't, but he would wear it.
Yeah. But he wasn't mentioned.
No,
he wasn't mentioned Amiri. I remember Dior.
He was mentioned Amiri, Dior. I don't understand like how he got certain pieces. Like maybe he just knew about it because he was a fly guy. That dude was not caring about who was wearing what. He was just doing his own thing. Because he also has that famous like the Chrome hat with the crosses.
Yeah.
Bro, that hat was like, during pandemic, you could sell that for $1,500 because it was a Pop Smoke hat, just like the Dior jacket. Nobody was wearing those Dior jackets until he started wearing them. Yeah.
But so this is when you started realizing, like, yo, I need to get more.
But that's what woke me up when I sold those hats in that weekend, and I didn't like screw the shoes. Now I just started a wave. So it's just like, now I'm just looking at it like, yo, I just flipped something that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just started something. Maybe I can start doing this more. So I started looking to more brands. I started looking to more stuff, more swag, and just learning new stuff. Like, you know, new stuff that's coming up, and just, if I like it, and go ahead. I was, you know, I was dressing nice during that time. So I was just taking the risk on my own and just investing my money into stuff that I liked and seeing if it worked out.
So you caught on really early on. What was the pandemic like?
I mean, at first, when it happened,
I know uniform was Chrome Hearts, Amiris, and Dior B22s.
That was the stimulus check and the what was it called?
Everybody was spending their stimulus check on that.
The unemployment weekly payout on that uniform, pandemic uniform. But man, at first to start that, I remember buying them. I had a mirrors. I would sell mirrors as well in the store because Origin let us consign stuff. So I would flip a mirrors. I would flip Chrome. I was flipping whatever brands that I liked. I was just selling them in there. Pandemic happened. At first, Chunk didn't want to. He didn't care about the COVID. He was like, "Yo, everyone wants to work." Some people didn't want to work because they were scared. I was like, I didn't care. I didn't mind making some extra bread. Then when they finally announced the shutdown, it sucked because I had mad inventory in the crib. Yeah. And then I was just like, damn, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I was so used to just living 1 year, just flipping everything, just staying in the crib now. So I'm at home playing FIFA. And then when I started realizing, when I was playing FIFA, I would always look at brands. I was just like looking at sales and stuff like that, buying stuff. Whatever I like. Then I remember time passed, went back to Origins. I tried to see if I can get, you know, some more bread. I had a different concept of selling clothes too, because I wanted to sell strictly new. I wasn't really jacking selling used.
Yeah, because they sell used as well, right?
Which is cool, but it's just like some clients of mine just like new. So then, I also made my name with certain Spanish clients and stuff like that. So it was like, I had my go-to guys that would buy certain stuff. Long story short, I remember from the creation of Players Club, you know what I'm saying? I had some friends.
During pandemic,
I had some friends with me. And, you know, I was flipping sneakers. Everybody was helping me flip sneakers. But then I told them, like, yo, let's just flip clothes. I remember I sit down in one of my boy Charlie's backyard. We were sitting down. I had a Players Club hat. From, I don't remember where I got this from, but I just had a Players Club hat. No, that's another one. Oh, that's the second one. I gamble. Yeah. So if you gamble and you go to casinos, there's Players Club lounges. Yeah. So Players Club is just like where you get your card and you're a member of the casino. So that's when you started Players Club. I guess, yeah. And you started selling clothes. We initiated the name, and then we just started like putting fits together. That's what we're really known for. Started putting fits together. Yeah. And bro, I remember the first fit I did, like that fit sold the same day. During that time, I had no idea what I was going to get myself into, but I was just like, let's just get it. You were just doing it, yeah. I put the Grateful Dead jeans with the Dior B22s, black and whites that I had my personal pair that I never wore. I just had it in the cut. With the Grateful Dead jeans were a 1590 that everybody wanted teddy bears on it. I remember, yeah. And a chrome tee that I had also in the cut. Posted that up. Remember some dude hit me up. He said how much for the jeans. I told him 1500. He bought the jeans. Somebody hit me up for the shirt and the shoes. Same day. And this is like July 2020. July 2020. I literally, in that day, I flipped my jeans for 1500, my shoes for 1200, and the shirt for I sold the chrome tee for 300. So I got like 30 something. Like, I got like 3 bands around there, quick. 3K, literally. So and do you think all of this, like, we're talking about Pop Smoke, is there any other artists there that you think influenced really heavily that time, that style that you were selling at the time? I think it was just Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke. There's nobody else, because at the end of the day, that year, it sucks that he passed away. You know, rest in peace to him. But like, he just did a wave, and he just paved that wave heavy, because he was the most trending guy in the world. At the time, yeah. Like, you know, like he passed away in February, but his music, when he passed away, started blowing up even more globally. And it's just like Dior, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So seeing that, right? And experiencing that and selling to these clients that were obviously, you were eating it up as well, because you would listen to the music video. I'm saying, like, you were listening to the music videos and you wanted to dress as well, just as like everybody else. How was that? Did you like start paying attention more to like other artists? Like, did that make you pay attention more? Like, oh, maybe I could catch another trend, clothing trend off another artist. You know, if he starts speaking about this brand or starts dressing this certain way. But the things that I wasn't really like trying to catch any trend. It was just like, no lie, in Origins, like they were one of the first ones, or probably only store I know that were like selling the stuff that, you know, Pop Smoke was like talking about. Like I remember there was other stores that sold like Mirror Jeans, like 375. I think they were in Brooklyn at that time, but not as much as Origins. Dior's, like I was wearing B-22s and people were looking at me like, what are those? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you guys just see me wearing them and people be like, you know, like, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
Nobody knew. So when Pop Smoke mentioned it, I was already on that wave. So I knew where to buy my stuff. I knew where to get the stuff, and I knew what was the right price points, and I knew what to sell it for. People didn't know what was what.
What was what? Yeah.
People just had money, just wanted to buy
want to spend
those specific ones.
The specific pieces.
Specific pieces, whatever that they were mentioning, whatever Pop was wearing in the videos. These people were watching those videos and seeing that, you know what I'm saying? That same thing as me. I would watch his videos and see that he would wear the baby blue jacket and the Rolls Royce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amiri jeans, the B-22s, the 3-star Amiri hat, 3-cross chrome hat that he wears with Travis, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, those are the things that I analyzed, and I was like, yo, I know where to get those pieces and just sell them. You know what I'm saying? Because people are really wanting this, and people have money.
Yeah.
And when Players Club started, I had a Miami trip a week later that you were supposed to come with, but you didn't come. I went with a group of friends over there, and I knew there was a Chrome Hearts in Miami, and I already went to the Chrome Hearts in New York, but the Chrome Hearts in New York was closed because of COVID. Everything in New York was closed for COVID.
Yeah. I remember Miami was open. Right?
Miami was open. They did not give any fucks. They were just, bro.
They were just, everybody was going down there to party.
Like, and people were sick and they were partying. It was crazy. But yeah, whatever. I walked in. I remember I went to Chrome Hearts Miami. Dude was telling me like, oh, appointment only. I was like, guys, so make me an appointment for tomorrow. Made my appointment. Next day I go. Their appointment only because of COVID, not because of how packed they were. Bro, I went inside that store. Mind you, to make an appointment for Chrome Hearts Miami was so easy because nobody was even caring. It was just appointment because of the COVID thing. They had like a policy of how many people they had.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just the only people I remember that time that would go to Chrome Hearts was just, you know, get money people or the people in the area that just like having certain pieces. People were mostly buying jewelry, not clothes.
Yeah.
That's what they cared about. First time I walk into that store, this guy helps me. I'm with my boy and some other people. I start buying, and I took my Chrome hat so they can think that, you know, I buy Chrome. They look good in the uniform. I clean out, bro. I buy.
And they let you clean out.
They didn't know. Like, they didn't know
how.
I promise you, their response to me, like their not response, their question to me was.
They were happy as fuck.
Not even, no, they're not happy. Cause they make commission, but they're not happy about clothes. Like, they care if you buy jewelry. Like,
okay.
They'll kiss you if you buy jewelry. But clothes are just like, no, I'm saying that's to make the money, but. The guy's looking at me like,
what is this kid
like,
doing?
what are you doing? And I'm like, bro, just let me buy this, let me buy that. He's just like, whatever. He's just ringing me up. It's 15 bands you about to spend, you about to make, 15K or whatever. I spent like 10 bands, I think, 12 bands, whatever I had to my name. And he's just going to make a commission as easy as clothes.
Yeah.
I walk out there with like 4 bags of Chrome stuff. This guy is like, okay. Bro, I'm telling you, tees were 170, hats are 130. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was on the wave early with all these things.
Yeah, so you bought
I bought all the Chrome
stuff. Yeah.
Went back to the hotel, and then everybody also that was with me in the trip, it was a friend's trip. People looking at me like, why you bought all these clothes?
What you doing? Yeah,
what's this guy doing? I'm about to, reselling all this.
Yeah.
I remember I listed it up on Instagram. Players Club. I had about like 1,000 followers, 1,500 followers already.
There was no listings yet on like Goat and stuff, right?
No
nobody was selling it, right?
It was on Instagram that I was selling. At this time, I didn't care.
Well, I'm saying nobody that you saw, like nobody else was selling.
Yeah, there was no reselling Chrome Hearts. There was like, it was not like a, so for example, it was like, you would put Chrome Hearts online.
Mm-hmm.
Julian, nobody was buying it. Like nobody was selling it. So it was like for us, we had already this clout. We were already open, like on the page. We're already lit for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
We're not crazy lit, but we had a post.
You're getting movement, yeah.
I was getting rid of a lot of shit that I had already in my crib and stuff that I had bought in. So posting up these Chrome pieces, they're dope tees, you know what I'm saying? And I was selling them for $300. So it was like the price point that I was selling that was good. Like at that time, it was either Amiri tees, Dior tees. Dior tees was $1,000. Amiri tees was $400.
I was about to say most of them were buying Amiri jeans already $300 tees. Not even like
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was looking at. I was like, listen up for $350. And bro, we posted it up that day, and when we got back to the Airbnb, I took a video of all the stuff we had. We had a picture, and we had the Chrome hoodie, the Chrome tees. We got like 30, 40 DMs flooding
off that video photo.
Off that video we posted on the Instagram story, like, yo, all this will be available when we touch back to New York. 30, 40 people hitting us up, like, yo, sell you now, deposit, sell you now. So we started taking deposits from people, bro. And like, when I say now, I was just cooking. I was caking bread, bro.
I remember, yeah.
I went to a Gucci store. Never ever went to a Gucci store. Went to a Gucci store, but Gucci sweatpants. I was bored, and I just bought some bread. Had fun in the Miami trip. I really enjoyed Miami. Went out, had fun, cool. The vibe was different.
Speaking about Miami, you did move there for, what was it, like 2 years?
2 years.
A year and a half. Was that right after the pandemic? It was right after pandemic, right?
Pandemic.
Oh, during
Because
pandemic.
pandemic usually finished like 2021.
Yeah.
Like,
So you had already moved there.
I moved towards after my 21st birthday.
Okay.
So I went back to New York after that Miami trip. I visited Miami often to buy more Chrome.
I remember,
Because that was the only Chrome store open in the whole world. They even
Yeah,
told
at the
themselves.
time. Yeah.
So everything from LA was going to them. That's what they told me. And then LA started opening up.
Was there like LA exclusives there?
It was not
Or there
LA
wasn't
exclusive, but
exclusives.
they had, like-
exclusives weren't a thing yet.
It's not exclusive. It's just like Matty Boy started coming up.
Okay.
Nobody knew what Matty Boy was. I did. They explained it to me. I was cool with certain people at Chrome. They're always nice.
He was already well known, right? Before he started
wasn't
working?
known.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, it wasn't known. It was just.
I'm saying, but he had already been like doing art and
he
stuff and
was
like
doing
his
art.
own
Like,
thing.
the dude's thing is always fire. I think that I remember him.
He's just always done that style, right? Like the
just
little
his cartoon
crooked
stuff.
guy.
Like he only had like I think 10K followers when I remember like seeing.
Wow, that's insane.
And he would comment on my pictures when I used to post all the Matty Boy stuff. Like he'll put his famous thing was like the dice. So he would always comment dice when I'll tag Matty Boy and Chrome.
Did you ever get to meet him?
No, I didn't. I think
No.
once I met him in Miami, but it was just like quick dabble. Never really spoke to him. And also, obviously, Chrome Mars didn't really like the reselling. And it's just like when we started Players Club reselling stuff, a lot of these other stores started peeping out, other people, and
They started trying to catch on.
trying to get their own hands. But people didn't understand that. A lot of people didn't know what to buy or what to sell or how to get or what price points. I was making my bread and butter on Chrome with Matty Boy pieces, Mary jeans, and then that's when I realized that, bro, everything is closed. There was no stores open. Origins were only buying; they weren't selling.
They weren't selling.
375 was the only
Is
one.
that when we were like, damn, I need to start selling because
started
everybody's
flipping.
still buying.
Yeah, and I started flipping, bro. I started selling to whatever. I started selling to everybody. Bro, inflation was, not inflation, but the prices inflated. It was insane, bro. I was selling jeans for $2,000, bro.
People were buying
And
it.
people
Yeah.
paying that. I used to sell Dior B22s for $1,800. You know what I'm saying? Then when I came back to Miami, got like 2K followers. I remember I just sold to Busy Banks before I started Players Club. So I was cool with them. Busy was coming up. And Busy was buying mad drip off me. He was always showing love. I'd give him good pricing and have him
Had he already made the song with Pop Smoke?
Yeah, no.
that
So
time?
he made 30, and then he made the Pop Smoke song. Before he passed away, they had it already.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
cut. But I don't think he was able to release it because it's there. I don't know how music stuff is. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
everything. But I knew him because of that 30 song and some other songs he had. It was fire.
Yeah.
He was a cool, my boy now.
He blew up.
Blew during pandemic. He was
Oh,
lit during
kinda,
pandemic.
yeah, I remember.
Because when he posted Players.
I mean, I ended up listening to music because you introduced me to him, but when I met him, he was already he was already doing his thing.
He was doing his thing and he was popping. That time a lot of people.
Do you think he helped as well push the style, because he was popping? Do you think the way he dressed also helped push the mirrors and all that? So I know he has a lot of mirrors.
Yeah, he had a lot of mirrors. He still does.
Chrome.
But that's what I'm saying. I put him on to Chrome, like wearing Chrome and a lot of other people, and it's just like they were like nobody really knew what it was, and then they would make it fleet, like what you said. Like he was a fly.
He was an influencer already.
Yeah,
He was already.
He was big.
He had
So
an
it was
influence.
like him wearing it also made people want to buy stuff that he was wearing.
More. Yeah.
It's Busy Banks, you know what I'm saying? It's trending lit in the city, which is actually very true. He was like a marketing guy. I didn't look at it that way. I was just looking at it as like I'm selling to him.
Yeah.
And he shouted me out. He's showing me love. He's doing this. He's doing.
You're trying to build a relationship with him.
And he's my guy. Like even that time, first time I met him when I first sold him drip at Origins. Then after that, I started selling him drip on the side. He needed stuff on the side that I would get him. It was just cool. We built that relationship that we could just be cool and just talk and sell him drip. And then Chicklet. I remember when Chicklet posted one time on his Instagram story, anybody has Dior B22s because everywhere was sold out. You couldn't even go to Dior because it was closed.
It was closed, yeah.
And nobody was selling Dior B22s. And that's when you started realizing that nobody had these things that I had. And I had a lot of B22s. I already had them, in the cut. I had these burgundy ones, and then I had stuff like smaller size ones. So
what is that like? I wanted to go into a bit of Miami, but we kind of derailed a bit. But you got Busy under your belt. You got Such. You got Lil Tucka. You got Chicklet. I know you didn't have the relationships you have with them now, but you're like selling to people that are not just regular clients. These are people that have a lot of influence that Chicklet was already around
he was big.
Already big. I know since high school. Since
high school, I'm saying
high school we've seen him. So what was that? Was that like opening your mind to like, yo, I want to do this even more? Do I want to just sell to
But I was already fully all locked in. Like, I needed to make bread.
Got you.
Like, when I made Players Club, I was going through my own personal stuff, and then I had, like, a personal situation that came up and pushed me to, like, want to, like, do something big for myself, which was Players Club. And then, like I said, at first, it was just selling, trying to make some quick flips. Like what you said, when Chicklet had posted that and someone sent it to me, it was just like, yo, he's looking for B22s. You got those. Hit him up. Bro, I remember I DM'd him through Players Club. I would be like, I'm going to shoot my shot, see if this guy answers. Bro, you answered in 2 minutes. He's like, you got him? And I'm like, yeah, send me the ones you got. Sent it to him. He goes, how much? Mind you, what you said. We watched him growing up. I watched him growing up. I was in class watching this dude. You know what I'm saying? He's mad funny, bro. So it was like him and his girl. And then I wanted to give him love price. So I charged him what I paid. Under retail during that time. Okay. And then I remember that same day or the next day, he's like, yo, pull up on me tomorrow and be this spot. Bring me that pair and then bring me this from Melanie. I said, cool. We pulled up, like whoever was with me during that time, we pulled up, we brought the sneakers. Damn, I was like, the first impression I got was this guy's tall. The chick is tall.
But you guys are like same height.
I'm 6'1", but I mean, that time I was still like 6'1", but I grew more. That was like 5 years ago. Think about that.
Okay.
So when I met him, he was taller than me. I was looking at these videos, I was thinking he's like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", but he's tall. So I was like, yo, this guy's tall, and then he's funny, he's mad chill. He's like, yo, bro, let me see that. First he came with a mask, because that time everybody was wearing COVID masks, and we were wearing masks too. But he took it off. He's like, nah, you cool, what up? And then we were cool. And then I gave him the shoes, they tried it on, we did the first video, and then he just paid me what it was. And then, bro, it was dope. And then like what you said, like, I started looking at it as like selling clients like him. I wanted to build not a crazy relationship. It's not like I wasn't thinking like that either, but I wanted to build like a clientele relationship. Like, yo, if you need stuff, I'm the guy.
You're the guy. I'm the plug. Yeah, I can get it.
That was stuff that's what's
coming into your head.
I wasn't thinking with like Setch and Loteka, which I couldn't really think because I was like, I worked for a store which I didn't mind selling to them.
I feel like it was early on as well.
I'm saying it was too early to understanding stuff. I didn't understand that. Like, for example, when I started understanding that was when I was going to Louis, when I was going to Dior, because in Dior and Louis,
the way they treat you,
the way they treat you, the way they grab your contact, the way they text you, the way they push you, stuff like
it's just a whole different environment.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
You learn these things as it
makes
goes.
You want to buy something.
Of course, something just the sales skills and just the way they text you. Like you can wake up one day and just be thinking about something, and then if you had some extra bread in your pocket and this Louis guy sends you something you like,
something came in, you're like, oh
yeah, I need that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever, learning those things. So, you know, he was one big guy that I got hyped about, and then just continue. You know, I moved to Miami.
What was Miami like? I know Miami, you, one of the biggest artists you linked up was Mike Towers.
Yeah, I mean,
you were selling clothes, styling him at one point. What was that like? Like what, you know, I know you weren't just around Mike Towers. I know you probably met a whole ton of.
Bro, we were in.
Yes. But 11. That was after you had already been living there.
We was in 11 with like Anuel, Nye, Mike. And all these celebrities.
That was weird. Not in a bad way. It's just you hear
like
these people.
Fake.
Yeah, it's like I remember when you first brought me into the section. We go into the live section. For those who haven't been there, there's like a crazy section in the back, right? I guess that's a VIP. We go in and I'm walking behind Gabe, and I look to my left, and I wasn't really that in tune with Spanish music at that time.
Now.
And I look to my left, and I see some guy like with some like teeth, like. And I'm like, yo, this guy looks so familiar. It was Nango Flow.
Oh,
I think it was Nango Flow. It was Nango Flow, I think. And then I see Anuel. Obviously, I know Anuel, but I wasn't listening to like that. I obviously knew Mike Towers because we had gone because of Mike Towers. And then I see Lunai. Lunai was popping, so I had already knew his face. And who else was there? That was.
I mean,
that was it.
It was a minute ago.
But yeah, that felt like
for me. It was.
It didn't feel real.
But I was
so yeah, how was that? I know you've introduced me to Mike Towers.
Yeah.
We've met. He's a really cool guy. He says hi to everyone. He acknowledges. That's something that I realized. Like not every celebrity artist, you know, that we've had come to the store treats you the way he does. So how is it like? How did that come about?
I mean,
what was it like? Because I know you work with him the most. I feel like. Out of everyone that you've met.
Yeah, he's a guy. Him and Chickman are busy, like top 3. But like big wise, like he's someone I've worked with for a minute. I traveled with him, like I said, and it was just different. Like the way I met him and the way like I built my relationship with him was like unique and it was dope. You know, I moved to Miami when I was 21. I just turned 21. I just took the risk. I didn't know anybody in Miami. I knew like 2 people. I had my boy Seawalk that was in and out, and he introduced me to my roommate that time, which was my boy Roland. And then I met my boy Carlos that I met through Origins. You know
I remember Carlos. Okay, yeah.
So
you met him at Origins? Oh, I didn't know that. He was visiting New York?
He came to Origins, all black, remember, like I think Nike Tech, and nobody was even talking to him. And it was like towards the end of the day. I pulled up with him. I said, yo, what up, bro? I spoke, and then he's like, oh, no English, Spanish only. I spoke to him in Spanish. I took care of him, and he's like, yo, bro, take my Instagram. I'll take care of you, and blah, blah. I want to buy a lot of stuff. I was like, yeah, I'll take care of you. So we were cool. When I started Players Club, dude bought stuff off me. He was living in Miami. He was like, yo, bro, pull up. When I went to Miami, when I went over there, he's like, yo, let's grab some food, bro, next time you're here. I was like, all right, cool. I went back to Miami to chill. I chilled with him for one day. We went out.
Did he kind of like show you a bit of what Miami's about? Do you feel?
Yeah.
Or showed you around a bit?
He introduced me to my boy Kirk. He's the one that runs all the Spanish, like in Miami, stuff like that. And it was dope. They always treated me good. Everybody always treated me good because of him. And, they treated me like a little brother type stuff. Always from day one. My boy Matt. Also, Matt was also a good ass friend for me in Miami. Like, all of them, all these guys were cool because I was just always like genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, in Miami, you see a lot of fakeness, but I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really chill with people, not because of who you are, what you got. Just if I fuck with you,
you just chill, yeah.
I chill with you, bro. Like, I never cared about that.
Yeah.
And then, little by little, I started meeting different types of people. Someone I knew introduced me to Mike. And then I remember seeing Mike the first time in, Swan. And I'm like, I'm in the table with them. I'm like, no towers.
Were you already listening to him? Or did you know of him?
I wasn't into really that much Spanish music.
I feel like we weren't, I feel like that time we weren't into Spanish music.
I wasn't. Like, I wasn't into Spanish music, bro, I'll be honest with you. And if I did, songs. I was into like rap. At that time I was into like Pop Smoke and I was really into Pop Smoke and Future. Future was my guy. And then, bro, when I started going to Miami and hanging out with mad Spanish people, I was getting accustomed to listening straight Spanish music. So then, that day when I knew who Mike Towers was, because he had dropped that Easy Money Baby album.
Okay.
And there was a couple songs I liked. Also, someone I used to hang out with that I used to always play Girl, which is the Spanish version of 21 Questions.
Yeah.
So I would always like listen to that song. And the first time I listened to it, I was like, I liked the song a lot. It was dope. So then he also, that summer, he dropped the banger La Jipeta with all these guys, and that song was going crazy.
Yeah.
So I pulled up to the club, whatever. I mean, we're in the club. I see him. I'm like, what the hell is Mike Towers?
So you put up with Carlos or with another friend?
I was all the friends. Like, Carlos was there too, but it was just like, it's very normal. So Thursdays was Swan. Thursday nights was like, every Thursday was Swan. It was Swan dinner, and then upstairs it was a private party. Like, that time you were not supposed to party. But, it was during quarantine. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't even be in like, it was a club. It was a nightclub, and it was quiet. Nobody even knew about it. They had, you just had to be in the right circle to know how to enter that spot.
Yeah. You had to be
in tune.
You had to know someone, be part of something.
Not even know somebody. You had to be in tune. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you had to drop some bread because it was expensive in that time. But there was all types of celebrities, Spanish people, white people, all types of people, just all types of rappers would just be in the club too. So Mike Towers in the table, tap him up. I asked him for a picture because I had to. I didn't think that.
Oh, it's your first time meeting him?
Yes, I had to, man. I'm saying, I wasn't really the guy to ask pictures so much for people because I didn't really care. But him, like, he was dope. It was cool. Like, I didn't ask him immediately. I said, yo, bro, can I get a picture with you after? He goes, yeah, no problem. We took a pic. We got cool, little by little. Started partying with him more. I told him I sold drip. He's like, word, show me some stuff.
He was already into fashion, right?
Yeah, he's a fly guy, bro.
As I know he's fly, but like, do you think, I mean, you had just started getting into him there, like listening.
I mean, I followed him.
But was he already like, when
he was
he was already fly? He was already.
He's at Mike Towers, bro.
I know he used to work at like a Foot Locker or something when he was young.
Yeah, he used to resell. When I had a conversation with him, it was mad funny. I had a conversation with him. He used to work. No, I don't think he worked at a Foot Locker.
He worked at a shoe store or something. Because I saw an interview once. Yeah, he worked like at some store.
What I know from him, that we had a conversation like last year. Remember, we had a conversation about sneakers. We were talking about mad sneakers. He used to make lines. He used to tell me that he used to make lines.
Oh, he used to resell as well.
And then he used to resell. So that's the thing, we had a lot in common. That now that we're boys, that we speak about that. And he used to resell back in his day as well. So it's dope. Like, when he told me about all that, I was like, holy crap, like, I would never expect him to be reselling. You know what I'm saying? But he would put me on how it was in PR, how it was with the releases, how that you had to be there early. And I was like, yo, the same thing in New York. But he was like, yo, in PR, some people were dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff would happen, but you just gotta be, you just did it for the sneakers and make your money and just keep it flipping. So I didn't know anything about that from him during that time till now, but even that time when I met him, I always was mad cool, like, not cool with him, but I was cool with his cousin Georgie, my boy.
Yeah.
And then, Mike also was like, just those guys were someone I don't know, for some reason I always like clicked them. They were always mad cool. So when we hang out in the club, we'd link up, chill, we talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Then we started chilling more, started selling him drip. And then, I ended up working with them for a bit, which was dope. We traveled.
What was that like? Like what, like, this is like you're actually getting some guy, a big guy,
Yeah.
top guy, getting specific stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're learning his style, because I know everyone, Busy doesn't dress the same, Chicklet doesn't dress the
Everybody has
same.
their own style.
Everyone got their own style. What was that like, doing it for him, like doing it with his people,
I mean,
were you like nervous the first time, like, oh fuck, like, was the first time he told you exactly what to buy, or was it like, yo, go get me some cool shit, and like,
so,
like, you had to go figure it out?
I was always selling him clothes, but then the first video I did with him was the video they have over the drums and list.
Yeah. Okay.
So they send me the treatment and the treatment of the video. So that's how it works.
So that's the first time you had to go choose
That was
something.
my first. No, I already sold him stuff, but that was the first time they gave me the work. Like, it's not him.
And they put it up to you to pick out a fit, is what I'm saying.
So once they have enough confidence in you, you know what I'm saying? Like, once it's a job, it's like, you don't tell the construction guy, yo, this is you know what I'm saying? You give
them tips and advice.
No, you give him what you want, like an idea.
You tell him what you want, but you ultimately give it to him to do the whole thing.
So they sent me over the treatment. I looked at the treatment. I remember I already worked in many music videos, so we're already fast forwarding a bit, but I've worked, it's not like my first time I've done Busy Banks music videos. I worked with Stunna. I worked with other little rappers as well, like, and we had to cut that off.
Upcoming rappers.
Cut that little rappers off.
I know what you mean, but yeah.
We gotta cut that off. Don't want that. I don't want them to feel disrespected.
Okay, go.
I worked with other rappers, and I worked with other celebrities too, Spanish celebrities too, like other Spanish artists. And it was something crazy. I've also, I'll explain this. Like I said, it was my first thing. I looked at it.
They sent you the treatment?
They sent me the treatment. The manager sent me the treatment. I looked over the treatment. I was excited because I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And then I was in New York at the time. I had to fly to Miami. They paid for this. We fly to Miami, meet up with them, and then we all fly to, the video was done in PR. Oh, it was done in PR. I didn't meet up with them in Miami. That was for something else. Pardon me. I had to fly to Puerto Rico. So it was like that week. So I spent like 2 days like thinking what I wanted. And I was like, I spoke with him. Obviously I had his phone, and I was like, yo, what do you think? He goes, yo, do your thing. Like, bring me some stuff and cool stuff. I'll check it out. So you have to bring different types of options, look at the scene, see what he's in, and then just the video guy sends you what kind of shots is gonna be.
Yeah, what shots, where the sets and stuff.
Exactly. So then at that time, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do me, like how I know what's lit in my eyes and what could be lit more.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that time nobody was really rocking Casablanca. So I had bought him a silk sets and nobody even was
rocking. It's like
rocking.
a perfect, like, beach vibe.
Exactly. So I looked at it as like, I had different options, I remember, but I stuck with that Casablanca silk.
Is that the only thing you took? Or you took other stuff?
I took a lot of options.
I know that's the set that made it.
That's the set that I knew was gonna hit for sure. Yeah. I was gonna go with the whole vibe, tropical vibe.
What other stuff did you take?
I took chrome pieces, for example. I took like a chrome set at that time too, but at that time, that chrome jersey stuff, that wasn't out, but it was the other stuff. It was like the chrome mesh shorts with the chrome, it was Matty Boy pieces. Matty Boy shorts with the Matty Boy tee. It was simple sets. Which is now trending crazy, bro. I bought that 4 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, there's a Matty Boy top and bottom. I took him a jersey set too with some denim. I forgot which denim. If I'm not mistaken, I took some Lanvin denim. I also took mirror jeans, different options. But we did like two, 3 fits for that. We did the green Casablanca set, and we did one more fit. I just don't remember the top of my head. Just so much different stuff that we've done. No, that was with the green.
With the Casablanca.
We had another fit though. But then I remember, so then also that. I go to Puerto Rico. Funny story. You don't even understand, that video was insane too. I missed my first flight.
Nothing new.
Second flight, I had to pay my own because I missed the first flight.
Yeah.
The manager, when I land, he knocks out early. My boy, Dova. He knocks out early. He don't even tell me. I thought the reservation of the hotels, I stayed in the Hotel San Juan. I didn't know that the name was, I thought it was going to be under my name. It was under his, So when I get there, I'm like, yeah, reservation I'm tired as fuck. I just landed like at 1 a.m. So I Ubered to the hotel. I just want to sleep, and the video have to be up at 8 a.m.
Oh my God.
Bro, tell me how I get to the hotel and I say, yeah, Gabriel Perez. Checks. Nothing. I'm like, there's no way. So
so you pay a room?
I didn't pay for it. They paid.
No, I'm saying you, and,
oh, no, not yet.
You ended up calling him, I'm assuming.
I called him once. I said, hey, bro, like, I just tried to called him, sent him voice notes like, hey brother, what's up? I'm here at the hotel. No answer. He's probably sleeping. So then I go, can I get a room? So I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna just book a room. They're like, unfortunately, we're sold out for tonight. I'm like, oh nah. So then I'm like, do you know any other hotels? So bro, I go to 3 different hotels in Puerto Rico, like, and it was like 2 a.m. And mind you, it was my 3rd time in Puerto Rico or 2nd time, and I didn't really like know what to do. It was like 2 a.m. walking around, Ubering, because Uber is also taking 10 minutes and stuff like that, and it's cabs. So then, before I get outside to get a cab, I see the casino. There's a casino in San Juan. I gamble for like 30 minutes. I lose. I'm tight. I get in a cab. I go to 3 different hotels. No hotel has room because I gambled until 3 a.m. So no hotel has room until 3 a.m. Then only a motel had a room. But I was like, oh hell no, I'm not staying no motel. I'm not staying nothing like that, bro. So I went back to the casino. They close at 5 a.m. So I go back and I gamble until 5 a.m. just to stay awake.
Bro,
I don't want to go somewhere and like I'm scared. No, Puerto Rico.
No, yeah.
Drip, bro. I have,
I have
2 luggages. I have a Dior bag. I'm dripped out. I'm PR. Like, what am I doing all this?
Yeah.
And then, bro, it's just crazy. The casino, they're like, yo, unfortunately, we close at 5 a.m. I said, damn, is there any other 24-hour casino or like a strip club? And then they're like, nah, go to Concha, La Concha.
That's so familiar. What is that?
That's a hotel in Florida that we went with Chino.
That's the one we went to?
Yeah, we went with Kevin, Chino. And then we gambled also there. So I took an Uber to La Concha, gambled until Joel finally answered, my boy. And he's like, yo, go, sorry, man. And he sent me his name, blah, blah.
So he had it under his name.
And I went back to the hotel, checked in finally. And then I showered. I didn't
even sleep.
I didn't sleep, bro. Listen to this. I showered, whatever. Then I get a FaceTime call. And then I look, it's Mike. I speak to him. And he's like, yo, bro, everything good? Like, everything ready? Yeah, bro. Like, you know, he's like, all right, see you in the video shoot. Cool. So I stay awake. I showered. I get picked up. I'm at the video. He shows up a bit more later, but I'm at the video. I set everything up. Then I realized that I had taken glasses for him too for the video shoot. I took glasses. I took 3 different option glasses. I had lost that shit in the airport.
The glasses?
Yeah, because it's in a small case attached to my Dior bag. For some reason, it fell off. So whoever found those got lucky with Dior glasses, Louis glasses, some other ones. I lost money there. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I haven't slept. Whatever. I'm just working with whatever I got. Put the fits together. You know, he chose the Casablanca one. Then we chose something else. Everything went dope. Being in that video was like insane. You know, seeing Bless, seeing Obi with the drums, being in the back set, watching the whole video come together. It was just dope, bro. Just a dope experience.
It's another level, right?
Different type of experience. And then I stayed with them. And then we ended up going to DR. He had a show in DR. It was just a crazy experience, bro. I remember that whole week was just wicked. Mind you, I didn't sleep for a day. That whole day I didn't sleep until like at night till like 9 p.m. I fell asleep and I knocked out until the next day till 12 p.m. Yeah. So it was just different, bro. This is different. But that's one of the stories with him. And then, you know, just get back to him. Players Club always existed too. So that time we had Players Club running through Instagram and pop-ups.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nah.
So, I was graduating college. That's when I started, working with you. I was getting back into soccer, wasn't working out. I was getting back into photography and, you know, I realized you had something going. I was like, yo, maybe I can, I don't know what, maybe I can do something. A camera quality is obviously better than the iPhone quality at that time. Now it's getting pretty close, I feel like, but I was like, yo, let me do your photos.
No, you came to the pop-up in the city. I told you to come through. You came when we had the little spot on Mott Street. I was like, yo, just come through. I need help. But you had hit me up. I said, yo, come through.
Yes.
We're at the pop-up.
So
you told me you wanted to get into the picture stuff.
Yeah, get into like
I got
photography.
I ordered the camera and the lens. And then we started and I wanted to ask, so from there, we had run a couple pop-up shots together. Which you eventually came to opening the store. What was it like with the pop-up shop? Like, why do the pop-up shops? When did it transition to like, I want to open a store? Like, I can open a store. Like, I mean, I always wanted to open a store, but I was in Miami. So remember, I was flying back every time from Miami to New York to work on the pop-ups with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys were doing deliveries at that time. Remember?
Yeah.
Dropping off the clothes and stuff like that.
It was scary, but
yeah, I mean, it's crazy collecting bread all day, but you know, it was fun. I was doing the same thing in Miami. But the pop-ups were needed because, first of all, you know the lines we had during the pop-ups. People were coming, and bro, everything we took was gone at the end of the day.
Were you doing it also because it was just much easier one place? You don't have to drive around?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this is things that people don't even think about that I was thinking about. Remember, I did Pablo's in Long Island.
I remember.
Williamsburg.
Yeah.
I did Midtown. I did the one downtown on Mott Street.
Yeah.
I did Queens. Every spot that I went to, I tried to see where it was at. I tried to understand, like, how business
if many
was going.
more people would come.
I'm just seeing
foot traffic.
Where foot traffic was best, and then we realized, remember, downtown Mott Street was that little small spot was the one that made us the most bread. Small ass spot. But it's just like
the area.
That was stuff that I analyzed. Like, okay, the area is more accessible. Even though parking was bad there, but people wanted to come because the city is also safer, it's better, and people out there in the city already shopping other stores.
They're already hitting other stores. There's other stuff to do as well.
Now it's another option. You know what I'm saying? So that was the best spot, and that's what made me realize, like, you know what? Yeah, and then I think the last pop-up we had was in Williamsburg. That was the one before we opened the store in Midtown. We had a pop-up
close to 42nd.
Huh?
Wait, Williamsburg. No, Williamsburg is Brooklyn.
Yeah, we had a pop-up in Williamsburg.
I don't remember that.
That was the one that we took pictures of the deadly doll that was downstairs that we put on a hanger.
Oh my god! Yes, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was a Williamsburg pop-up. Man.
I remember.
That was the one, and then we realized, you know what? It's time to push. We found a spot in Midtown, and then we ended up opening in Midtown. We saw what's up. Midtown wasn't the best because you had people were shy with us, but I'm saying it wasn't the best because it's like.
You're talking about the last pop-up?
No. The Midtown one was like we basically were there for like 2 months.
Yeah.
It was like a pop-up for temporary pop-up. Yeah.
I feel like it just people had to take an elevator.
Yeah, it was
just a lot.
It was just a lot. Yeah. And then when it was time, that time I was already traveling a lot.
Yeah.
I was traveling a lot, and I was living in Miami. I made my mind up to move back to New York, and I wanted to come back for a couple other things, and it was time to open a store. We opened up the spot in Soho, and then from there, Playersclubny just came alive.
So, what was that like? Obviously, I had said this before. You were on your feet a lot, moving around a lot. You're not just selling from one place. You're catering to a lot of people, catering to artists, showing up to places, showing up to shoots. Busy, Stunna, a lot of other artists. What was it like opening the store? Like, what were some things you were excited about? What were some things you were like, Jesus Christ, like, why am I doing this? Like, what was your thought process?
I mean, at first it was just like, I'm 22 or 21 when I opened the store. I was 22 when we opened the store. So the first thing was to get in the store was a lot of money.
Yeah.
The construction, a lot of bread. People that we were around, they thank God they helped us out. We didn't really pay too much about the construction how it was. And, it came out decent at the store, and just to build up the inventory, the racks, the system.
So much more things, right?
It's a lot. The thing is just opening a store, but it's not. I didn't know much about it. It was also the team we had that helped us construct, because in my knowledge at that time, I was only good at like the brands, the money, the numbers, selling, and the clients, but I wasn't really thinking about the back end, the system. Like I was learning about it, but I wasn't like great at it. But I was learning as we went. But initially it was fun. First it was fun because it was all you guys are my boys. You know what I'm saying? Working with you guys, seeing you guys, having fun. Like everybody's vibing, we were making bread.
Yeah.
And then the second was just like I was finally in my space that I can do my thing.
In your space, yeah.
I was in my space. I started getting into my brands. We got Hellstar. Remember, we got Hellstar.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to touch up upon too, because you're a pioneer of Hellstar.
And that and multiple brands that I've been working with and that we've been selling for a minute. And I always saw that that's one thing that I always like started getting into. It was just something normal, just like with Chrome, with all these other brands, like Gallery and all these other brands that I would see. Like I saw certain pieces that I liked, or certain brands that I liked. I was like, I'm taking a risk and just getting on it early.
Trying to catch on early. Yeah.
And then, like I said, so finally in Playersclubny when the store opened, I just felt like I was ready to do my own risk and just put it up there. And if it sells, it sells. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Hellstar was the first one that I did that for.
Yeah.
And worked out amazing for us. So it was dope. It was dope. Finally, just getting.
What are some of the bigger problems you feel like you face with opening the store? Let's say already having the store running. What are some of like the headaches that they were like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna be like this and that? Because there's a lot of things that go to the store,
Opening a store, the first thing you have to do is having trust in people. You know what I'm saying? This understanding and trusting people to do their job, the right thing. Me personally, I'm not the best with with getting my tasks done. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I get it done at some point. But other people, you know, you just got to make sure with whoever you open a business with or whatever you do, everybody has to be on the same page, and everybody has to do stuff as something that, for example, the way I run my business, like the way I run business and the way I act with people is just like, I don't do stuff to someone that I wouldn't want them doing to me. You know what I'm saying? That's my mentality. But you always got to make sure that everybody has the same mentality, because sometimes you might think they do, but you know, it's not.
They don't, yeah.
But then there's also that, running also a business, understanding that, you're not always going to be the good guy. Sometimes you're the bad guy in people's eyes.
Yeah.
Also understanding that, for example, let's say Hellstar. I remember when we had a budget we could spend on clothes.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit from everybody around. Like at that time, everybody was looking at me crazy. Like, why are we spending that much on Hellstar?
On Hellstar, yeah.
But I'm just I'm doing it because I'm boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do whatever. But I still gotta hear from you guys. You know, from everybody. But then it paid out at the end. You know what I'm saying? But it's part of the game. Sometimes I take risk and people look at you and just don't understand it. They don't see it. But it's just.
I mean, did you feel like it was a risk?
No.
I feel like you already.
I was confident with it.
Yeah.
Because of the margins, and not even the margins, also because
they had cool stuff too.
Not even because of the brand. It was cool, but just the way we put it together, man. Like, we were one of those stores out there that were just doing outfits.
Yeah.
We were putting it together for people to see. We were putting it in the stories. We were taking pictures on the floor with the fit checks. We were known for fits. So it was like people were coming in.
It's crazy because you kind of brought what you were doing when you first started the page. We kind of censored it. I feel like in a way, this is a store you'll
buy a whole fit.
You'll have help to buy a fit. You know,
that's what we're known for.
To put a whole fit together.
To this day, I still have clients of mine from day one.
They want a whole fit.
Bro, I get fits from you every birthday.
It's crazy because we went with David. No, it was Joel recently. We went out to stores to sell some stuff, and nobody greets you. Nobody. People have iPads. Obviously, it's more. I feel like it's easy, you know, having an iPad, having a system. But I guess I got used to the way we treat people in our store. That when I would go into these stores, I'm like, yo, like, this feels weird not being greeted. Like, I feel like I'm not important. Yeah. I feel like that's something we've focused on and realized is a good thing, you know, to cater to people, which is something you've been doing since before there was even a store.
I mean, I'm trying to think. The way that I never really gave you guys a structure of how to speak, but it's just I was an example.
Yeah,
you guys followed for
sure.
But the way I sell to people is not I feel like a lot of stores. Everybody has a different way of running stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I've worked in one store, but I also know other stores how to run. You know, sometimes owners don't really be in the spot. I wasn't really someone in the Players Club, but I was not always there.
Yeah.
But before, whoever was working with me before the store, saw how I was moving.
Yeah.
And how I was selling stuff. But I just like the fact that the way we sell, now, I don't know, we kind of slowly changed, but back then, we gotta get back to how it was. The way we greet people, the way we treat people, we're just
we treat everyone like.
Oh, I mean, but I'm just saying now, cause how do you say it? Sometimes certain people would come in. It's just you guys had bad experience with certain celebrities or certain clients.
That's true, yeah.
So I understand that has changed you guys as well, because it just changed me.
Of course, yeah.
I'm cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? I can sell to anyone, I have no problems with anyone.
But the thing is, I feel now you put your foot down a bit more on
it's just some people are obnoxious, you know what I'm saying? You come to the store to shop somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to come, we've never been someone to beg you to come to the store.
Yeah.
And it's just you come here, we're greeting you, we're speaking to you, and you're being
disrespectful and stuff. Yeah.
You're being disrespectful, and it's just okay, I'll give you your space, or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just now I don't know how to speak to you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that sometimes you gotta understand to read the room. And when you come to the store, so we try to be nice or we'll be cool. And some people just want to be moved a certain way, and we're just all right. And then sometimes that little situation might affect you with the other clients you have during the day. So it's just those are stuff that I see that I deal with now. You know what I'm saying? And you learn from the experiences you had. But overall, we always try to treat everybody the right way and make you feel comfortable.
Now we're in Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in the city anymore. What is next? What do you have big plans? What's in terms of the store, in terms of your outside life? What what has that been like? What is going on in your mind? What are you
I mean,
looking forward towards? Because it's I feel it's like you've already hit a good, like a milestone. You've done a lot of things. You have a lot of things under your belt. What's else is exciting you? What else? What is next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard. I feel like even with myself, I've noticed, like, obviously I do photo and video. Sometimes when I've shot stuff and I'm like, damn, like I shot this and this is cool, but what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else is going to give me that feeling? What else? You know, not everything is going to give you a feeling of styling Mike Towers for a big video.
yeah.
But what else is next, or what are you focused on?
I mean, right now, my main thing is just to get the store back up. That's the incident we had. We're trying to get back into like that rhythm of like, because right now there's the clothing game is also dead. You know, like I've visited a lot of stores and I've seen, and a lot of people are messaging me and telling me like what's new, what's next, like what's lit. You know, I got friends of mine in Europe that got stores that asking me what they should buy.
Yeah.
You know, right now, the way people are dressing, it's just like everybody just has their own wave. It's not like nothing solid, you know what I'm saying? And also the economy isn't the best. But Players Club has to like transition to that, like to that new movement of sticking around, because Williamsburg is also not Manhattan. So we gotta read the area and
yeah.
see. Like, it's not like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, people were spending $3,000 on outfits. Now people are spending $1,000,
Way less, yeah.
$500, which is understandable. Because that's not gonna, I always told you guys that's not forever.
It's not sustainable.
And it's not sustainable. But also, we have to understand there's more competition. And, you know, we gotta just stand out by selling stuff that only that's also we learned our lesson. We blew up certain brands. We didn't build a relationship with them enough for them to be just like exclusive just for us.
Yeah.
And it kind of
just to continue long term as well.
Kind of bit us on the ass. And then also just like my main focus right now is just, you know, just trying to get that store back up, you know, throwing my own clothing brand soon as well. It's going to release soon as well. And also get, you know, Players Club merch. Like, I never even thought, like, it's dope because it's not like something we've worked on so hard. But like, I've been around and people find like the stuff that we do is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like the Players Club tees, the hoodies, the jerseys that we never released.
They've barely done anything. Like, it's
I never even tried.
I'm saying it's barely even released anything.
I'm not even trying,
like
but it's just
pieces.
like people like it. Like people want it. And it's just like, I don't mean to be mean. Like, I don't mean to like be like annoying. Not annoying. How do you say it? Damn. Let me rephrase myself. I don't mean to sound like, now you guys are annoying part of me. I don't mean like my friends and other people that like I just know, my acquaintances or whatever, that reach out to me for like Players Club stuff. Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm not lying to you. Like, that I have nothing.
Yeah.
But I haven't even tried.
Yeah.
It's just like those stuff are just us, like, last minute stuff. So I feel like if I put some time into it, I do like designing stuff.
I know you do.
And I do like making stuff happen. I do like, it's dope to see people wear it. Like, for me, I have no parts of House Store at all. But just to know that I worked with that brand when they had like 1,000 followers and buying their tees for $30, to now seeing them in like 2K, to now seeing them in like basketball games and seeing and then just like knowing, even though I got no credit from it at all, which is fine because I don't need it from at all, but I just know what I did. And people that know about us, people know. And it's dope. I'm happy that, you know, especially too, I feel like
you want to do that for yourself.
Yeah,
like
now,
build something like,
maybe it's not even be successful, but it's like the same thing I've always thought about. I just take the risk, bro. What's the worst that can happen? It don't work out. It don't work out. You keep it going. But for me too, the way I think about it is just like, the reason why I also liked House Star, that people don't, like, people that know me, that always wonder like why I like certain brands. Not only I like the designs, I didn't think the designs were like, oh yeah, this is it. I did not know that, oh, they're going to be the biggest like they became. I was like, this is dope. The owners are Spanish. When I found out they were Dominican, I was like, oh, that's dope. I want to help out Spanish community because that's the way I move. Like, and it's just still the same way I move. Like, if I know somewhere is Spanish, and it's not like disrespecting everybody else, I just want to help my own people.
Yeah.
That's the problem about where I'm from too, Salvadorians, and the way I'm thinking, like the way I've seen stuff in life that I've been around, instead of helping their own people, they'd rather not. Me, other ways, like, I don't care if you're not Salvadorian, if you're Spanish, I'd rather help my Spanish culture and like, you know, like, help you out. So seeing their brand, I wanted to help them out, like, and sell their pieces in the store. Other brands I've worked with too, and if they're Spanish, if it works out, there's enough bread and there's enough space for everybody.
Yeah, there's enough for
And then-
everyone.
And there's, you know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff, bro. There's so much stuff that people don't know, and people have different mentalities. And my mentality is just strictly to like help people and just get stuff done. And I don't ever like expect anything from it. I just do it.
What's I'm gonna try to wrap up here, but what's we talk about all this business, things you've done, the people you've been with, the people you've worked for.
Yeah.
The quick flips you've gone, the bricks you've had, throughout all of this, you can try to condense this. I'm not trying to say through all this, but what have you learned as a reseller, as a business owner now, like the transition with all of that, obviously learning how to flip small stuff to now running a store, and you have to pay rent, you have to pay bills, you have to pay your own rent, your own stuff outside. You're not just eating Burger King like we used to after having a good day of resale. But what has your personal life been? Your mindset? How has that been? Because
I mean,
it's not. One thing I'd say is it's not for everyone. Not everyone can do it. You know, not everyone can.
It's not easy. And then I feel like a lot of people to this day, I'm someone that, you know, I don't really care about clout on Instagram, and I don't really care about like throwing my business out there on Instagram. If you really know me, you know that I'm really low key with my stuff, and I'm low key who I know, with with how I move, about my own family and stuff like that. And it's always gonna be like that. I don't, even my own. That's one thing too has affected me. Like the lifestyle with work. It was work and life together. I never like really diverse. Like I put it.
There was never a balance.
There was never not even a balance. There's never been like a in between. You know what I'm saying? Like let me separate these two. It was everything was together.
Intertwined. Yeah.
Like me moving to Miami. You know, I obviously I didn't see my mom and my sisters for a while. My father as well. You know, my brother. It's not people I see all the time. And then my own mental state. You know, like I have my own battles. You know, everybody goes through their own stuff. It's normal. But the shit that I went through the past like 2-3 years and really shaped me to someone new. And also there's like struggles you still go through. Like I always try to be cool with everyone, you know what I'm saying? But just like sometimes people don't understand that like I go through stuff that you can never even imagine. But I'll never let you know that. I'll just try to keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, it's just like it's my problem. Like it's my stuff, it's my life. I gotta go through it, and you know, I'm just the one thing I like tell people to this day is just like whatever you go through, you know, the storm is always gonna end, but just learn from it. You know, like learn from what you went through, or sometimes there's some lessons that sometimes people say some stuff that happened to you is meant to be. I don't really believe in that. I do and I don't. Like I understand that some stuff shape you, like, you know, stuff happened to me that shaped to who I'm gonna become now or who I am now.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that I could have avoided, that I saw early, that I didn't really want to like pay attention to.
You didn't give it much importance. Yeah.
Like I did. Like for example, you know, there's some losses that I could have avoided.
Yeah, of course.
There's some losses that I could have cut off in the beginning, but I didn't because I wasn't really paying attention too much. My brain was entwined with other stuff. As an entrepreneur, real entrepreneurs, because everybody thinks they're entrepreneurs, which I respect, but like the real ones that I gotta manage a lot of stuff.
Manage fucking everything.
Bro, everything. Like when I'm telling you about, you know, phone calls, messages.
Making the fit, posting it,
even about
getting the DMs.
That's
the beginning though.
That's a story. I'm talking about, look, think about this. Think about the fact that now you have a lot of people have your phone number, not only for clothes.
Yeah.
People want favors for it, clothes, sneakers, collections, invitations, invites, traveling, here, there, the brands, the owners, the stores, you know, just all that in one day. Every day someone new, every day something new, every day this just dropped, this has to get paid, this has to get paid, this has to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all this. And then you have your own habits in life.
You know what I feel like has affected you or shaped you as well is how fast the game is. Always a new drop, like you said, always a new drop, always a new trend. The season changes. People are wearing baggy stuff now, vintage stuff now.
Ninja stuff.
Do you feel like you've done better more recently? Because like you said, everything was intertwined. So you were kind of on go as well. Do you feel like you've learned to manage that a bit? better?
I don't think so. I think I've taken a couple steps back recently. In the past year or two, I've, instead of taking steps forward, taking a step backwards. And right now, you know, I'm like in this spot in my life right now that I'm like trying to understand and look back at stuff and reflect my life of what I've done. You know, I have my own, everybody has their own challenges in life.
Of course. Yeah.
Everybody has their own habits. Thank God I don't have no drug habit. I'm not a drug addict, or I don't like drinking. Like, I'll drink occasionally. You know, I like gambling. It's one thing that I always tell people, like, gamble. Please do not gamble. That's, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, it fucks you up. It fucks up your life, and it fucks up your mindset as well. But
no, yeah.
Besides from that, also, it's okay. Like, for everybody out there, for like entrepreneurs, it's okay to, every year, I understand that people want to progress and do better than the year before, but don't go crazy that you didn't go, you know, you didn't.
Yeah, I feel like people are too hard on themselves, and
Exactly.
I feel like I was like that since I was young too. Just like, you expect by this year you would have done this or accomplished this, but there's just so much stuff that life throws at you, whether it's with friends, relationships, your business.
It's your life at the end of the day, and one thing I can tell you 100% is just like, I look at it this way. I've been around the whole world. Trust me, I've been around multiple places. I've met all types of people, and I've never, ever, like, met someone that's understood the fact that, like, time for all of us, you know what I'm saying, is like a limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody runs, like, some people have the good life, some people have a bad life, but people don't understand. It's just like, the time comes up in this world that you're just, you know, like, everything you've done is gonna go to your family or your kids in the future, or whatever. Sometimes take a minute and just analyze that, like, the good times and, like, the times that you're in right now, you'll never get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's moments that I reflect. Like I said, this year's been reflecting. Like, I was killing my head. Like, trust me, last year I was bugging my head out. I was thinking, like, damn, I should have been done this. I should have been done that.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, okay, I wasn't able to do it. I did certain mistakes. I learned certain stuff. I learned from my mistakes, hopefully. Some stuff that I didn't learn yet, but you just learn as you keep going. And then now I'm just like analyzing, like, okay, I worked hard for my life. Let me give myself something. When I say about me being around the world, like, and meeting all these people, when I realize that everyone I've met that's successful and stuff like that, or trying to get successful, I've never really heard them ever be like, yo, I'm gonna just take a moment right now and just enjoy what I have and just chill. Everybody's on the go.
Just on the go, yeah.
And there's certain people I know that are rich and just retire and got nice ass cribs. That's different. But I'm saying, like, even then, they got a lot in their mind. I've never met somebody, trust me, I've never really met anybody who's been, like, accomplished. Because the thing about life that I realize, because I have all types of friends, you know what I'm saying? I got friends that drive Lambos. I got friends that, you know, drive cabs. I got friends that, you know what I'm saying, that got a Casio watch, and I got friends that got a Patek.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate, none of them, bro. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, everybody, bro, success, when I tell people, everybody has their own definition for success.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people look at me and just be like, they expect me to be like a multimillionaire already, you know what I'm saying? But just like, even if I am a multimillionaire, I'll never show it, because for me, success is not, some people's success things is like buying a huge house, having a Lambo, having this watch. You know, everybody has their own definition. My definition is going away in an island and not like living in my country or somewhere else and just buying my own house. I don't care how big or small, whatever it is, and just getting off social media and not having contact with nobody else besides the people I care about most. Yeah. That's my definition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's okay. Also on Instagram, I understand that some people get lost seeing on Instagram and seeing that some people on social media show they have this lifestyle, and then you meet them in real life and their lifestyle is not like that.
That's not what it is.
So don't get lost too in that, because, you know, sometimes social media is dangerous with that. Like,
yeah. I think it's hard, but like, growing up, we grew up, David as well, we grew up when Snapchat was coming up, Instagram was coming up. These things were getting popular, and it was kind of...
You made me my first Instagram.
You said what?
You made me my first Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, think about that.
But it's just crazy how powerful it's gotten.
But that's what I'm saying.
Both good and bad, but like, it's crazy how much it's grown to the point that, like, it's weird if you don't have Instagram.
I'm saying, and you look weird. Like, you ask them, you guys, they don't. You're like,
what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? But it's crazy because you say it's good and it's bad. I mean, Players Club started because of Instagram.
That's been strong.
And then it's been bad because, like, I coach kids from soccer when I got time.
Yeah.
And I speak to the youth. I'm always trying to help the youth out because I was always, a young guy too. I was trying to listen to older people.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I always tell kids nowadays is like, don't look at social media as like as a form to live a life. Because you know what I'm saying? Because even now, like, you follow people that you want to know about their lives.
Yeah, of course. You want to keep up with.
Dress.
Yeah.
Because, influencers, you follow him because of the way he dresses. You follow him because he's funny. You follow him because he plays in this team that you like. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's dope, but don't make your life around these things that you see on social media. Like, just be you and just get stuff done. And like I said, just, if you got struggles in your life, bro, your life it's like, life is a roller coaster. Like, when you listen to that, don't let that go over your head. Don't think that, oh yeah, everybody says that. No. Trust me. Hear from me as well.
Yeah.
You could be up one day. You could be down one day. You know what I'm saying? And just like, it's part of life. And the only thing is, don't ever forget that there's tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't ever forget, everyone has the same 24 hours. So when I said about the time thing, was like, time, it's enough time, but not as much as you think. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we're all very limited. Yeah. Use it to your best.
Use it wisely. So it's like, and use it the way you want to. Same thing as the success thing.
Yeah, I guess I could pretty much conclude everything. Yeah. Thank you for being the first one.
Appreciate
and hopefully there's a second one soon.
For sure. I mean, this is fun.